go live.
Going live.
We got Wilbon on the screen.
And live.
There's a big
Dave, say hi.
Tie. Hi, guys. LeVar Ball's got a sweet Big Baller brand tie. Looks really good.
All right.
It's in Lakers colors, though, or Suns.
For the third time, we are live again here for the NBA Draft 2017. If you are sick of me hearing it, I am sick of saying it. I'm Sean Anderson. What's happening is Dave Oster. We are 15 minutes away from the NBA Draft starting up here again. Want to throw our apologies to everyone who was here at 5:45. You guys, cease to amaze.
You can see a little behind the scenes action there.
You guys rock. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Dave's Wi-Fi sucks.
Dave Wi-Fi bad.
Dave Wi-Fi bad. Dave Wi-Fi no
Very
good.
bad.
Dave Wi-Fi not good. Dave Wi-Fi really upsetting.
It's a little frustrating.
It is frustrating, especially when we were like, we're gonna be live at 5:45, and we were like actually ready, and then it just crapped out.
Yep.
Ricky said and made it sound so easy.
You just click the button.
You just click the button, but it didn't
work. We're live.
But we should be live here for the NBA Draft. Again, we will get your stuff pulled up and your questions ready. We just wanted to at least throw something out there so you guys weren't just kind of dangling out there in the wind. But we should be ready and ready to go. Again, Philadelphia's got the #1 pick. I know you guys already know that. If you're watching us, you already know that they have the #1 pick. It's going to be interesting to see what happens because there's so many superstars that are out there supposedly going, which is interesting to see. So looking at all this, Dave, who is the superstar that is most likely to go, and which team is most likely to pick them up?
So, I don't know if you guys heard this. We don't know where it cut off last time. Could be the Celtics. They've got a lot of pieces. And I think they're still itching to move back. I think they can, the latest rumors went from, they want JT to now maybe like Jonathan Isaac. So maybe they could dip back a little bit, get some more value. Honestly, though, I don't think that anything's going to move. I feel like Kevin Love's value has dropped just from them over pushing him to everybody. Nobody really is good on that deal. It seems like Jimmy Butler he's made public statements about not wanting to leave Chicago, but that doesn't really matter because Garpax don't care. Mm-hmm. But again, I don't know if the value is there. To straight up do that deal, or if a third team's involved. How that would work out. Paul George, same thing. It doesn't seem like that's likely. Although there was some recent shit posting of moving trucks in front of his house. So
I don't know. Well, and then they talked about LeBron, and that happened with LeBron in 2014.
Yeah.
So that might actually have something to do with it. And I just like the people that were like, it's Pacers color. So
exactly.
Paul George to the Pacers confirmed. I think Paul George is probably most likely, again, with the 1-year contract, him pretty much saying that he's pretty much gone if the Pacers don't.
He's confirmed walking. He's not staying with the franchise at all, which is fine. I don't dislike him for it. I'm just a little annoyed that this whole thing around him being moved became such a giant public thing, and I feel like it could have been handled so much better instead of all this media drama. Don't you? I
think not only. I think on both sides, too. I don't think it's strictly Paul George's fault, and I don't strictly think it's the Pacers' fault, because Paul George is the one that just came out and said it.
But you could say it behind closed doors. You can talk to Jim. You can talk to
exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm blaming him for coming out and saying it. But then again, he's in a situation where he's not getting a ton of help. They tried to get some pieces for him at least last year, but I think it's a little too much, or a little too late, pretty much.
Because of the contract being down to 1 year now, it's what is a reasonable value for an all-star who is in his prime for a 1-year rental, for a known 1-year rental. You're going to have to try to convince him to go and stay with you instead of going back home where he wants to be in LA. That's a lot. Unless he walks out with a ring or a near ring, it's very hard to think that he would change his mind all of a sudden. Yeah. So honestly, I'm pretty convinced that he is going to end up being stuck on that team until maybe mid-year, and then I think they pull the deal on let's just get something for him, one of those desperation trades, because honestly, you don't want to watch anybody walk away from your team, but if it's a known thing, he's gone, everybody else knows he's gone, I'll throw you a little something. The deal with the Lakers where they're talking the 27-28 or 20-29.
27-28, and I think it was either Clarkson or Randall that was going to go.
Clarkson and/or Randall.
Clarkson and/or Randall, plus the 27-28 going to Indy for Paul George, which
again, I think that's a deal for Indy.
You got to take something.
That.
Yeah, you got to take something.
Honestly, you're not going to get much better,
and especially when you get close to the trade deadline, it's going to be less.
Exactly. Who wants to get him for now 2 months? Who wants him for a playoff run? I mean, yeah, it'd be nice. How much are you going to pay for one chance at a ring versus the most loaded team in NBA history, though?
Well, do you think that the Cleveland thing has any relation to it? Do you think it's going to happen at all?
LeBron can keep trying, and that's the thing. I'll give him credit. Like the whole question there is like with Griff gone. I mean, is LeBron just straight out calling the shots at this point? I heard they're bringing in Chauncey Billups to maybe look into.
Well, Chauncey, I think, is declining it.
Yeah, which I don't blame him because I think he deserves a chance, but he deserves a chance somewhere better situation than watching LeBron and then Kyrie walk away from this organization. Like that is not where I would want to start off at. So personally, I think that it's going to come down to like LeBron makes a hard push forward depending on where they're at midseason. If nothing happens tonight. It's either tonight or it's mid-season.
Again, if you guys are watching, thank you so much for checking in. Again, sorry about the whole confusion, the whole difficulties early on, but we hopefully got them figured out. It's not your fault. It's
sort of my Wi-Fi's fault.
It's your Wi-Fi's fault, but I mean that's nothing that you have control
here nor there.
Whoever your or whatever your
AT&T.
We can just blame AT&T. Well, actually, that might be bad in case AT&T ever reached out, which they won't.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, you guys want to sponsor?
My Wi-Fi was very poor. Thank you, AT&T.
Thanks, guys. But anyways, thank you for joining us. 10 minutes away from the NBA draft. I'm trying to find this on our channel at all, but I don't know where it is. So Dave, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to leave the frame for a bit.
That's fine.
You look at least Los Angeles and Philadelphia. It seems set in their ways.
Yeah, it's going to be Fultz ball. Yeah,
it's going to be Fultz ball. So you look at.
I still wish just to fuck with just to fuck with not even Lonzo, but LeVar. And it's just like, we're going to pass on Lonzo.
But looking at the third pick,
with
Boston, obviously, let's just say they don't trade it.
Yep.
Which player are they going? Because we've heard J-Tay, we've heard Josh Jackson, we've heard
Jonathan Isaac's the new hot riser.
Jonathan Isaac's the new riser. A lot of guys, at least on our video for the Celtics, were saying Isaac's the best fit for them.
Yeah.
So looking at least the players available, which one would you go with if you're the Celtics, and then which one do you think is the best fit?
All right. So there's a couple ways that we can look at this because, honestly, I think Jason Tatum gives him some much-needed scoring. Having another legitimate option out there is kind of needed in my mind. After watching their playoff run this past year, it was not pretty. It was actually kind of really ugly because once Isaiah Thomas went down, it was a lot of Isaiah Bradley stepping up, Crowder stepping up, Horford stepping up. But, you can't expect that on a nightly basis from those three guys. And JT gives you one of the most polished scorers coming out of the draft in recent years. So starting off with him doesn't seem like a bad idea. The big question, though, comes down to, his floor is higher, but his ceiling, in my mind, is probably just a smidge lower than, Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson he's got so much potential, but at the same time, I'm worried that he's just going to end up becoming, a 3-and-D player, and, that's his thing. His shot's been inconsistent, his stroke, he's not a bad shooter, he's just not consistent with his stroke, so that leads to a lot of people thinking that, if he hasn't found it yet, will he ever? Kid's still, 19. He's got time. Give him an NBA shooting coach. He'll figure out, how to get that motion down time after time.
But people said that about Moutier, and now Moutier is getting moved. There's talks, at least.
I called that shit.
I said Moutier was going to suck?
Yeah. I said Moutier going into this year was going to hit a pretty big slump. Oh. So I feel pretty good about that one, because I thought I really liked him coming into the draft. But honestly, you don't see the fit there right now. He does not work in that offense. So, no, I think that's... Go ahead.
We're going to your question, because that's what's going to happen. First off, first name, last name, so there we go. Hopefully, do not jinx it. Hopefully that's what happens. Our buddy from Ireland, the Suns fan, who's apparently going to be getting Moutier, says third time's the charm. Third time hopefully is the charm. Suns can make a trade or pick JJ at 4. I think JJ would be the best fit if available. Bus says hi. What's up, dude? Nick doing the hand emojis. I don't know what that means, but I'm just going to say what's up, Nick. Thank you for joining us. Does John Collins to the Bulls make any sense? I think if he's best player available, for sure. I think Bulls really just need to go best player available. I mean, you look at that team. Bobby Portis was Robin Lopez is getting older. You don't know if he's going to stay around. Getting a guy that can play in the middle could be interesting. I like John Collins. He looks very athletic.
Could be good value at that point. I still want to roll the dice. Give me somebody.
Apparently it's 12 a.m. right now in Ireland.
He's
got work at 7. Good luck, buddy. Hopefully
a
this
mad
stays
man.
up so you can at least have some entertainment. Yes, but not likely. I don't know what that was, too, for first name and last name. Ryan says Fultz, Ball, Tatum, Jackson, Fox. I can't disagree with that.
That's the most likely
I think
order.
that makes sense.
Minus a mix-up. And even if like, Boston trades back, like, whoever's trading up is trading up for either Jason Tatum or Josh Jackson. So.
Mm-hmm. Gonzalez Fitness is Ball, Lakers baby. It seems likely. Ricky, who checked in for VidCon, the guy who checked him into the hotel, him and Brandon, was really pumped that Lonzo Ball was going to be a Laker. This was after the D'Angelo Russell trade. Wolves need a power forward, and Isaac is a great fit. That's either what I've been mocking them for 5 straight mocks.
Yeah, that's their dream.
Neck monster, that's what I've been saying.
Yep.
I agree with you there. Porzingis going to Phoenix, that would be unreal. But I don't know if I would be sold on trading Chris Bender plus for that, because that just seems a lot for Porzingis, and that's not a thing where I'm saying I think Porzingis has easily the better chance, and I don't think anyone would disagree, has a better chance of becoming a superstar compared to Chris or Bender, but you have two guys with a ton of potential there.
I would say, like, Chris at the end of the season was looking really, really good. Like, his last month and a half, I want to say, was really strong finish. Bender, I want to see a full season out of him before I even, like, make a judgment. Like, to me, he's still a rookie in my mind. He's still super young. Like, that's the thing, is all these guys are super young. You're trading 2 young assets who could be really, really good players for one who right now is an 18-8 player, right?
Porzingis, yeah. 18-8, I think 2.5 blocks.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, he is very good. Don't discount anything that you have already, because honestly, I like the Suns grow.
And as we're saying that, we got two dads in Porzingis jerseys flashing the jerseys. Anyways, let's get back to here. Isaac to Phoenix, that could be interesting. But they really don't need a power forward. They just drafted at least Chris last year. Bender can play power forward.
And it's weird.
That's weird. I would rather go Jackson. Gregory saying you need defensive veteran. I'm not sure what that was for, but I agree. I think maybe Cleveland, because we were talking about Cleveland around that time. First 10 picks to be freshmen. I think the only one that could really spoil that would be Donovan Mitchell or OG Anunoby. Those 2 guys are the sophomores. I think the Kings would probably look at them at 10, but outside of that...
OG at 10 would be interesting, Mitchell at 10. It depends on how they go. Because if they go point guard at 5, then it's kind of like I'm leaning OG at 10 or Markkanen at 10. If they go Isaac or any other forward at that point, I don't think there's a point guard left for him at 10. Mm-hmm. I think they're all going to run, so who knows?
I agree with you there. I think really it's that 10th pick that's going to be the question mark there. I think you look at everything else, though, I think the first 9 picks for sure are going to be freshmen.
Yeah,
Greg says, hello, what's up, bud? No problem, thanks for doing this. Thanks for having us. We're excited to do this. Who's your guys' top 3 picks at the moment? Fultz, Ball, and I'm going to say Jackson, but you're going to say Tatum, right?
Yeah.
For the Celtics?
Yep.
And that's if nothing gets traded. Let's see. What should the Blazers do? Blazers, again, have like 3 picks. So the Blazers have a ton of things to do. Apparently, they were looking at getting LaMarcus back, which I don't know if that's a smart option at all. I think you can go at least a couple, maybe 2 drafting stashes. I think with that first pick, though, I think the 15th pick, you got to go big man in some asset. Get you a guy. If TJ Leaf's still around, I would really like that fit there.
That'd be good, yeah.
You need a guy to play that forward position, stretch out the floor. Or if you look at that spot and OG's still around, I think that could be interesting because Crabbe kind of sucks.
Well, the problem is the contract. So they've got to ship something because that team is so locked down with heavy contracts. Like, their long term, they've got question marks. They got to move somebody. Mm-hmm. And Christ, I see Crabbe getting traded this year. Just because of contract.
We got 69 people watching us, so I just want to say
God.
that. Thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully it's good quality. Hopefully it doesn't drop. Again, thank you so much for
real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
Again, thank you so much for joining us. But we'll go back 2 more questions. Again, keep loading it up into the live stream right there. It should be good though, and we're gonna go to the next one. Knicks, Mitchell, Frank, or Monk? Who would you pick for them? If Monk is still available, I would go with Monk. I think Mitchell, again, probably the better prospect as of right now, but Monk has the higher hype. Monk can be a crazy scorer, and I think you look at his ability to be a star, and I think he has a lot of, at least he has a lot of personality. I think he could really thrive in New York. I think he'd be a fun guy there. So if Monk is still available, I would say the Knicks go with him. No Markkanen, he had dinner with Phil. That's the mark of death. That is the mark of death. LeVar to the Lakers. Dave, we got Tyler Duchenne saying LeVar to the Lakers. Your worst nightmare there. The Suns need to trade Brandon Knight for the 18th pick and try to steal with Bam. He is purely Dwight Howard. He could be a beast in a steal.
He's 6'9". He's not Dwight Howard.
He is 6'9". He is not
I
the
love
size.
I love him.
But he at least the build of him. I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah, he's jacked.
I think really the Suns could probably wait until the lower 20. I don't think they need to trade Brandon Knight for the 18th pick. I think they can find at least better options there. I think they get more for Brandon Knight because apparently the rumor going around was Moutier and the 13th for Knight. So if you're going to be able to get a 13th pick, you can get a better prospect than Bam. But I agree that Bam is underrated. Do the Bulls trade Jimmy? No, I've been saying that since the rumors started. I do not think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to ever happen. I don't think Jimmy's going. Jimmy's going to be a Bull, Christian. I know you just asked that one, so that's not going to happen. Will any team pull a Bears move? What? Load up for the future, right, Dave?
No, we're trading up. I could see...
I don't think anyone's trading up. I think if anyone trades up, it's going to be a small move. And if
unless it's for Jimmy plus or something like that.
Unless if anyone's going to move back or move out, it's going to be the Celtics, and they're not going to be at 3 anymore. So I think anyone's there. Mitchell or Collins for Miami. If I had to pick, I'd probably say Collins is a better fit for Miami. I think pairing him next to Whiteside.
They need a 4.
Yeah, I think pairing him next to Whiteside would be interesting. I hope the Kings don't get Jackson. They won't do well with KU players.
I don't want to say that. I think that's kind of mean. I mean, I know you haven't succeeded super well yet, but I think that he is so good and his upside's so high. New Kings, man. New Kings. We're going.
I don't know if it's New Kings.
We're going Buddy Hield.
They had a lucky
We got Papa John's. We got Scale. I'm up.
I think some of those might be
Bojan.
A little bit.
Bogdan. God, they're so. I'm gonna get killed for that.
Let's see. Are there any trades you would want to see tonight? Give me any trade. It would be interesting.
Yeah, seriously. We got spoiled before this.
Give me PG-13. Yeah, seriously. Give me a trade. I don't care what trade it is. Give me any trade. I don't really want to see any trade. I want to see Jimmy get traded so I can stop talking about Jimmy Butler on the damn fast break. We're 10 seconds away, though. I want to cut in. 10 seconds away from this draft starting. We are pumped. I think we pretty much all know what the number 1 pick is going to be. It's going to be Markelle Fultz. I think ESPN is going to be going to a commercial, though, so we got time.
The question is, are they going to cheer or boo? We're in Brooklyn.
They're going to boo Philly?
No, Adam Silver.
Oh, I don't know. Well, first off, we have the sound off, so we have no idea.
True.
But I don't really think it matters. Silver it doesn't get that much crap.
Well, that's the thing. Silver used to always get the applause. It was always Stern who would get shit.
Yeah.
Every single time we went up there, Silver was always cheered. I don't remember last year, to be honest with you, if you got cheered or booed. So.
I would love to see Bledsoe and the Nuggets. I think it'd be interesting for sure. I think pairing him with Jokic would be interesting. Pairing him with all the shooters they have too. If they keep Danilo or Wilson, you obviously got Jamal Murray too. I think that could be interesting for Bledsoe, the guy that you call LeBron Jr.
He's Mini Bron.
Mini Bron, most likely picked to be traded. I would say Celtics for sure. I think that's the easiest one.
Celtics are still shopping right now. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
they're worried. They're taking calls. They're making calls.
I think they're talking to Phil about KP for sure.
The other pick that I think is likely to get moved is going to be one of Portland's.
Do you think the Heat will trade Winslow to move up?
No.
I don't know. He sucks.
He didn't get to play last year. He was hurt.
Yeah, he doesn't suck.
I
don't know.
Everybody thought he was going to be amazing. Like, oh my god, he fell so far when he got drafted, and then Ricky fell in love with him for some weird reason.
God, do you remember when we did the redraft of that draft? And he had number 2.
Yeah.
He had number 2. If you guys have never seen our redraft of the 2014 NBA draft, definitely go check it out because Ricky has some ridiculous stuff. I don't think he will get traded. I think it'd be interesting. Pat and Spoelstra giving up on him very early.
No, that's very un-Spoelstra-like.
I watch every day and follow almost all of you on Twitter. Thank you so much, Christian. You rock.
Almost all of us. Are you telling me don't follow Dave_don't_tweet? Shameless plug.
It's a great Twitter. You never tweet. How are the Nuggets going to get a star to pair along a very underrated Jokic?
So boy, they're showing up on Porzingis right now.
They're showing up Porzingis. I think that's in no, he's from Lithuania. I think that they're probably showing him there. Anyways, how are the Nuggets going to get? I mean, they have a ton of picks. The Nuggets can get a star, but I don't think it's going to happen this year. Do you think Kristaps will get traded? No, I don't think Phil's going to get enough value. I want to see the trade I want to see is 80 for Nikola Pekovic. Don't think it'll happen. I don't think it's going to happen either. Ladies and gentlemen, the party has arrived. Riley, what's up?
Oh, shit.
Lonzo Ball projected superstar or bust. Dave says bust. I will say he's an... I will say
an all-star team.
I will say he's a very good starter. I don't think he's going to be an all-star. Actually, I take that back. He'll be an All-Star because fan voting. So
no first team, second team.
No first team. Yeah, no first team, third team, or second team. But I think he will be a very good starter. There has to be a trade tonight. What is the craziest trade rumor we've heard? The craziest trade rumor I heard, I think, is Kristaps in general. The fact that Kristaps might get moved.
How is he on the table?
That's insane.
He is your franchise right now. You have nothing else.
Yeah.
Literally nothing else. I mean...
how's the MVP crew doing? MVP crew is doing well. We were a little bit rushed. Ricky and Brian are out in...
VidCon, right?
VidCon.
Anaheim?
Yeah, Anaheim. Mark's getting married soon, which will be fun.
Yeah.
Dave and I were panicked, but we're good now. I don't know how Rankin's doing. I haven't talked to him in a while.
No.
He's doing well.
I assume so.
Greg said DeAndre Jordan to Phoenix for the 4th and Tyson Chandler. That would be
they're
a
out of your
bad
mind.
trade.
You are out of your mind if you think DeAndre Jordan has anything close to that value.
Royal said Melo to the Spurs. I think that'd be a waste. Because I think
but I have heard Aldridge off the Spurs.
I've heard that a ton too. I think that's the craziest one. The fact that they're shopping him for a top 10 pick because he's not worth that.
Yeah, because he's only 1 year contract, right?
Yeah, 1 year left.
1 year left, 32, 33 years old this year. So honestly, I mean, he's had a diminished role, yes, but like, I don't see any bonus of them moving him.
We have 106 people watching us, so thank you so much for joining us. This is awesome. You guys rock. All right, let's keep it going. You guys are so much better than any sports show, TV show I've seen. Christian, you rock again.
I appreciate that.
What's your opinion on Isaac with the Knicks, if he's still there, or should they stick to drafting a point guard? If Isaac's there...
If he makes it down there?
It depends what point guard.
Yeah, because I was say, like,
if Dennis is there, you got to go him.
I like the current. I think I would say
Frank. I would take Isaac over Frank.
Yeah, I would too.
I think it's interesting, though, because then you could also move Kristaps, possibly. I don't think you should, but maybe Phil, that's a backup plan for Phil.
I don't know. I think that using Isaac with Kristaps would be really good.
Yeah.
They'd be a good pair.
Let's see.
Oh, we got the commish.
Will Marketing go to the Knicks? No, I think they go point guard. If TJ Leaf gets drafted by the Bulls, does that mean Mirotic is gone? I think Mirotic is gone soon.
They said they were going to pay him.
Unless
it was super high, man.
Unless
they get Brooklyn.
Dream job is to work for you guys. We don't pay.
I was going to say, one day, with your love and your help, we will get there.
Kyle Lynch, Nuggets trade up to get Isaac, please. That'd be interesting and fun. Boats or hose? I'll go with boats.
Yeah, I'll match you on boats.
If Iggy moves, Warriors become a glass cannon. It's interesting.
I don't know about glass cannon. Like, I think that, it's Iggy plus the question of, like, are they going to pay Livingston? Are they going to keep McCaw? Are they going to keep Ian Clark? Like, McCaw's under contract still. It's Clark, I think, who's free this year, and Livingston. So, if they keep both of them, I'm still pretty happy. I know Iguodala is kind of like the heart of that team, like the bench heart, because it's Draymond, obviously, but he doesn't get as much credit for what he does because he doesn't fill in the stat sheet all the time. Like, his presence on the floor is pretty huge. I'd say it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, you want to give him 6-man, but the stats aren't there.
Yeah.
Just because of his impact on the floor.
All right, let's see. Let's get back and move out of my question. Real question is, where will Grayson Allen go in the second round?
He's not in the draft.
Suck
this. Back home.
Dick, no funny shit. All right, thanks. Donald Trump want 10,000 subscribers. Thanks, buddy. When will the draft start? It's starting right now.
Yeah, Commission's up front talking.
He opted to stay with Duke another season. Oh, he did stay with Duke.
Yeah, I was going to tell you.
Like, Grayson Allen's not going. He's going next year.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be picked next year either.
He'll be get picked. Is there any possibility PG-13 goes to Cleveland, and how? No, I don't think they have enough value.
I think if he does go away at this point.
Yeah, if he does go, K-Love's moving somewhere. Pay or pay or not, I'm still very interested. Gotcha. What would be the most Garpax draft pick for the Bulls?
Josh Jackson.
Justin Jackson, I would say Semi. Just fucking, draft him at 15.
I love Semi. I wouldn't take him
I wouldn't take him at 15.
But I think he's very good, and I think he'll have a lot of upside. But it's Justin Jackson, man.
Philly is on the clock. K-Love is the only way. I think that's two agreements with the PG-13. I agree with you, Ben.
Yeah.
Who's going to fall in the draft? That's a fun one. I think Justin Jackson's going to fall because I think teams will know that he isn't that good. I think that he's going to fall from a top 15 pick where he was projected. I think he's going to go to the top 20.
I think OG has a chance. OG's a mystery.
I don't think
he hasn't worked out.
Yeah.
There's been no publicity about his how his knee is doing. If he's able to run, if he's able to do any quick turns, like his timetable would be mid-year next year probably. So he could go 10 because of potential, or he could go 20 because of people being afraid of not knowing.
I think Giles or OG is probably the one.
Giles, I'm even more afraid because he didn't see anything in college.
I think I did hear a report that his injury report has been very good. And here's the thing with the Celtics received the 2018 first round pick for numbers 2 through 5, so it's top 1 protected, and then top 6
protected.
Yeah, so really you can only get the 2 through 5th pick, and otherwise it's going to be the 2018 76ers Kings pick. Let's see. Let's get back to questions. If Warriors lose more depth, they're really buggered in the case of injury. They're screwed if they get injured, but you have
Are they really now?
You have 4.
We watched them without KD, and they still pop
but then they're losing depth, is what he's saying.
Oh, I understand, but I'm just even if they don't have depth, you still have 4 All-Stars on your team.
That's interesting. Shining like 3 mil. What's up? What's up, dude? How's it going? Okay, it's starting. We're pumped. Greetings from Russia. What's up? Are you streaming the draft? No, we were just talking. Sorry, J Nation Gaming. We were just talking. You have to find it on a different place. If the Bulls trade Jimmy to Boston, who do they get at 3? Probably Josh Jackson. Thanks for answering all my questions. As concerned NBA fan of too many super teams, I am also concerned. It makes talking about the NBA a little bit rough. Where does Hayward end up going?
I think Boston. It's an almost lock at this point.
I think Boston already stays.
Boston or Heat.
Will the Bulls draft TJ Leaf? I think it's a very possible chance. If Kristaps moves for the 3rd pick and Phil gets a 3rd and 8th pick, would Knicks show signs of vital reboot? They would show signs of a viable reboot, but it also depends on who they take.
They'd do something stupid. They'd be the Kings at that point. They'd be like, you know what? I feel like we should take a reach on...
Let's go get Paul George.
DJ Wilson and...
Let's go get Paul George.
Yeah, they could just turn and do that.
If Kristaps... Oh, we already said that. I would say... La just said if I'm taking OG at 13, if I was Denver, I would agree.
Yeah, I had a mock there pretty much almost every time.
What pick do the Bulls have? What is it, 15, 16?
16.
Yeah, it's 16. Because...
15.
Portland has 15.
Has 15, yeah.
Bulls would get Justin Jackson or OG, I would agree with that. TJ Leaf is a better Bobby Portis, wouldn't say that.
But they're going to use 3 picks in a row almost on going power forward or stretch forward. I don't know about that. Like, I like them, but that says a lot about the Bulls.
Are they going to turn the camera around when it starts? No, we are not, because we will get sued. TJ is not better than Bobby. It's yet to be seen. Tatum or Jackson at 3. Dave says Tatum. I say Jackson. Plus, Knicks should move Joakim Noah for a solid role guy. And the pick is in. Here we go. Markelle Fultz is about to be made the 2017 NBA first overall pick. And Adam Silver is announcing it. Let's see how good he looks in this hat.
Did you hear the De'Aaron Fox?
No, what happened? Oh, the visor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring a visor. I don't want a hat. I don't blame him. The hair's nice.
Fultz is number 1, and they showed LeVar right away. They don't show the guy getting drafted, they show LeVar.
Yep.
Thanks, ESPN.
No, we didn't see the important guy.
Trust the process. All right, would you trade... All right, just rapid fire, don't go into thing. Would you trade KP for both the Kings picks? No. No. Top 3 and more. I just want to say thank you for how special responding. Thank you, Christian. Can't wait for Sean to take a shit on Orlando for whoever they take. If they take Dennis Smith Jr., I will not be pissed. Were you supposed to trade up in the process manual? In the process.
Yeah.
Trade up?
Yeah. At some point, you got to pull a trigger. You got all these assets. Assets don't win games.
Yep, and Fultz just got picked. All right, who do you have in 5 years, Sixers or Celtics? I think it depends on how Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz develop together, and I think it also depends on injury.
Embiid's injury.
I also think it depends on who the Celtics take at 3 and how that helps their team, because Isaiah gone will be interesting. I think the safest bet is the Celtics, but I will take the Sixers.
I'm taking the Sixers. I think 5 years out. So that would be the end of Isaiah's next contract, or the near end. And that's an old Horford if they still have him, and a bunch of role players. We'll see what Jaylen Brown becomes in the meantime. He could be a stud, he could not. It's a matter of how will he develop. So I think I'm taking the Sixers. I love the upside. And I love the Sixers.
And let's jump into Fultz, because obviously the number 1 pick just made the number 1 pick. The Lakers are on the clock now with 4:30 left on the clock, so we'll have a little bit of time to talk about this. But Markelle Fultz, as a player, now paired with Ben Simmons, Dario Saric, Joel Embiid, Rocco, your boy Cabaret, TLC. How do you see Markelle growing, and then ultimately who is the player he compares to most?
Look, I love... this lineup is going to be really good for them, because last year they it was finding who their scorer will be, and a lot of it early ran through Joel Embiid, rightfully so. The big question is with Ben Simmons on the floor, he's more of a passer than a scorer, so I can see the ball being moved around pretty well. TLC showed up a little bit at the end of the season. He looked really good. Rocco is a knockdown 3-shooter, so I'm not worried about him. Really, it's Markelle Fultz. How does he fit on this team? And he's going to be their default scorer. I know Ben Simmons was going to be their point forward, point guard, but like the two of them, I think they'll actually work out really well together. My big concern is just to make sure that Joel Embiid continues to get his touches. Like, that's the biggest thing.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, here we go.
What?
The Bulls have agreed in principle to deal Jimmy Butler to the Timberwolves. Bulls are getting Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and the 7th pick. Per sources, Bulls keep the 16th pick. It has happened.
What?
Jimmy Butler is now a Minnesota Timberwolves.
Is that a Bush bomb?
That is a Casey Johnson bomb.
120
and
Sports
it's happened.
reporting.
120 Sports. Holy shit. All right, that's crazy. So let's talk Jimmy Butler to the Timberwolves.
Oh, my God.
Here we go.
got his boy.
And Ben, our buddy here, our Timberwolves fan. This is insane. All right, so now
I'm freaking out.
Timberwolves have now received Jimmy Butler. So you have now Ricky Rubio as your starting point guard for now, even though they're still thinking about moving him. At your shooting guard, you will have Jimmy Butler or Andrew Wiggins, and then Wiggins or Butler at your 3. Your 4 is still up in the air now that you just got rid of the 4th overall pick. So Isaac will not be a will not be a Minnesota Timberwolf. And then also Karl-Anthony Towns at the 5. So looking at this team and how Tibbs develops, how do you like the Timberwolves?
I love the Timberwolves. I'm just a little bit concerned, like you said, like the whole point of this draft was to try to go out and get that down low post presence to match with Cat. Yeah. So they're going to be missing that. Maybe they go out in free agency. Maybe they make a move there. But honestly, like, I love this move for the Timberwolves because they go out and they get themselves a legitimate stud, a top 15 player in the league, unarguably. I think top 10, but top 15 at least, like guaranteed. And someone who is a lockdown defender, someone who can go one-on-one with LeBron and not get embarrassed on a nightly basis, someone who has been in the playoffs, someone who knows how to handle himself pretty well. And after that year under D-Wade's tutelage, like you see the way he acts and the way he carries himself. I think he's learned a lot from D-Wade and Rondo. So honestly, like, this is a perfect fit for the Timberwolves. And this kind of is like all right, this is it. We're not going to take any more steps back. We're going forward. We're going for the playoffs. We're going for that 8 seed, 7 seed, 6 seed spots. I know we were a little high on them last year in our early months.
Yeah,
season.
I had them.
We had them sneaking at the 8.
I think I had them at the 7.
Oh my God!
Didn't I have them at the 7 and then beating the Spurs?
You might know.
Whoops! All right. Yeah. But Ben's conflicted right now as a Timberwolves fan. I think the T-Wolves are set. You got to make a move like this. Zach LaVine, I don't think was going to help your team in the way
he's coming off an injury too.
I think LaVine is a good player for sure. I think Dunn will be an okay player at best. I don't think he's going to be anything special. However, you look at this.
Disappointing rookie season, yeah.
You look at this. I think that the Timberwolves set themselves up very nice because he's still got a long time on that contract. You can work it out with Tibbs. He likes Tibbs. He said he really wanted to stay in Chicago, but now maybe with Tibbs and playing with Cat and Wiggins, it could be a boost to his confidence. I think it's a very nice move for the Timberwolves. The Bulls I'm a little bit iffy on because, again, I'm not that sold on Zach LaVine being a star or anything like that. I'm not sold on Chris Dunn turning into a star at that. It's really going to be depending on who they take at that 17 and 16.
I think that Zach LaVine is probably going to be, what was he last year, about like an 18-point scorer? Like pre-injury? He was right around 20, I remember.
LaVine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm good with that, honestly. Like, the 2 guard is one of the weakest positions in the NBA today. So getting someone like LaVine, someone who's still young, assuming he rehabs from his injury pretty well, I'm happy. My thing is, like, Chris Dunn. Like, are we going to get the Chris Dunn we saw last year who was in way over his head, who did not understand how to be a floor general, which we expect him to because he was one of the older draft picks coming out. He did not look good. He looked lost out there. Defensively is supposed to be, like, that's his big thing. It's like, look, he should be able to handle himself. Questionable at times. So I think there's a lot to be said about him. But, again, he was drafted very high for a reason. Like, the guy still has upside. He still has potential. I think it's more of a sign that, like, we know campaign's not the answer.
And Dave's laughing because he sees Jimmy Butler
that is just weird,
Timberwolves jersey. If you want to go check it out, go look at Bleacher Report. They just posted a tweet of a Photoshop. But the pick is in now for the Lakers. We have to take a break from this Bulls-Timberwolves talk, but we will be back on it. You know we're talking about on the fast break, too. We're either recording tonight or tomorrow. And the pick is Lonzo Ball. He is a Laker. Shocking absolutely
Keep the camera on
nobody.
And keep the camera on LeVar and that BBB tie.
And they got all of the brothers there. Lonzo Ball's now a Laker. Pretty much set in stone after D'Angelo Russell was traded to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yep.
So now you got Lonzo Ball. You got Jordan Clarkson now, who's pretty much going to step into that starting role at the shooting guard position. So you got Lonzo, Jordan Clarkson, Brandon Ingram. You have Julius Randle, and now you have Brook Lopez. How's that starting five for you?
It's not terrible, I'll be honest. But the thing I'm most confused by is the fact that Swaggy P is on this team. Honestly, if you had to make a bet, who's off the team first last year, before the year, at the start of last year, I'd be like, Swaggy P's gone. But all right. But Lonzo Ball's fit out there, I think is going to be awesome. Him in the pick and roll with Brook Lopez, we saw what Jeremy Lin did when he was back and healthy. That Brooklyn team actually looked really good with Jeremy Lin and Brook Lopez off the pick and roll. So I'm thrilled to see someone like Lonzo Ball go to this team because, look, he is one of the best passers we've seen probably in the last 5 years. It's pretty much
at least coming out of the draft.
Yeah, in the draft. That's what I mean. So, I think that's a really good fit. For me, it's just about the shot because right now he's able to get away with it. I don't think he'll be able to consistently do that extremely slow and low shooting motion at the NBA level and get away with it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if he does make any adjustments throughout his career with that shooting motion. And I think as long as he's able to become a playmaker right away, he'll be fine. Again, we talked about this earlier. I don't think he's a superstar. I don't think he's going to be. I think if he's going to be an all-star, I think it's probably going to be fan voting, or he's going to have a couple good years, maybe 2 or 3 good years.
Perhaps,
But I think he's going to be a good starter, for sure. I think he's going to be a really good starter.
Yeah.
And comparing him to Ricky Rubio is not a good comparison, let's just say that. So let's get back to the questions here. And really the biggest question now is what's going to happen with the Celtics is you lose out on getting Jimmy Butler.
That is a huge knock.
Now what I'm wondering really is he set on, and that set him being Danny Ainge, set on getting Gordon Hayward? Because that makes the most sense now. Yeah. You don't have to get rid of any of your assets. You're bringing in assets still, and now you can wait and maybe again pick a point guard, which I think they should be doing with this third pick.
I don't disagree with you. I just don't think they're going to do it.
I don't think they will either. Because then you're looking at Jaylen Brown, Jay Crowder, Gordon Hayward, and Josh Jackson or Jason Tatum there at the 3.
You can't have enough wins.
2. But you're loading up too much.
And Avery Bradley at the 2.
Yeah, I think it's going to be something. So really,
somebody's getting moved. Crowder's on a fantastic contract. Bradley's on a not too bad contract.
Yeah.
But oh man, they just have so many wings.
Well, looking at this pick, who should they go with? Because are they going to go BPA? Are they going to go fit? Because again, this was the team that just won the Eastern Conference. At least.
Yeah, I know. And think about this. If they are a lock on Gordon Hayward coming in and being that scoring threat, then I would probably lean. God, I don't want to change. I just said Tatum, but now I'm thinking that there's a chance that they could go for someone like a Josh Jackson just to fit it because they can squeeze him over to the 2 and he can get more playing time. Jaylen Brown played at the 2 though last year as well, so there's just such a backlog of players, and the problem is this is a team that's going for a championship. And I know it's rebuilding while winning, so it's a confusing thing because I don't know which direction. It's if they're going to max out Isaiah coming off of this year, and they get Gordon Hayward those 2 plus Al Horford. That right there is another 55-60 win team again. I don't even have to question it. So if you're going to get a guy, is his development going to be hurt because he's on the bench 80% of the year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's interesting to see what will happen. I
would try to trade back. I'm going to push. I want to trade back. I want value, and I want to go get a point guard without being overly criticized.
I don't think a trade back will happen. And right now, LeVar's yelling on our TV, so thank God this is muted. Let's get back to you guys. Let's see. Lonzo's a Laker. Yes, he is. Do Bulls keep Wade now? No. Well, I mean, they're going to have to keep Wade.
He said he hasn't decided yet.
He's going to accept it. It's $24 million.
I know.
He's going to accept it. Greg's agreeing with you to say trade down Boston. Apparently, Suns getting Jackson is confirmed, so apparently Celtics are going JT, which will be interesting. We'll talk about that once it happens. Let's see. Hayward's college coach is the C's coach. Yeah, Brad Stevens. They pick him up and move away from IT for a solid guard. And Celtics have a solid team for, we'll see. Post LeBron next season, so he's saying that he's going to Lakers. We'll see what happens with LeBron. Boston to pick Tatum, so apparently those are the rumors there on Twitter. I probably confirmed by somebody. Jimmy to Timberwolves confirmed, yes it was, and apparently coming out now, the Bulls did not keep the 16th pick. So it was Butler and the 16th for Levine, Dunn, and the 7th, which you're pretty much flipping.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was that you're trading for the Bulls now. Because
you're up another pick is not...
Because now you're just moving up, and you're not getting into that prime territory, because then you're getting the back end of those guards, whether it's Monk, Dennis Smith, or Frank. Or you're getting a guy like a Reach, like a Markkanen.
Yeah. Please don't pick Markkanen. Please. Please, guard packs. Don't do this to guard packs.
Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, and Markkanen for Jimmy Butler.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. All right, he opted in last night when asked why Wade said 24 million reasons.
Oh, my God.
Hornets should package Howard in the 11th pick for what? To move up? Where? Derrick Rose wanted Wiggins so bad. So, maybe D-Rose is going to be...
I could see D-Rose signing with the Timberwolves. I could see it, actually.
Well, and they wanted to move Rubio, too. And here's the trade: Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and number 7 pick for Jimmy Butler, and the 16th pick.
Why do we have to give up the 16?
I think that's a brutal trade.
I would have felt so much better keeping the 16.
I think the Timberwolves rinsed him. I honestly think they rinsed him.
Probably.
That's crazy.
Probably.
All right, here we go.
Fuck our packs.
And the trade is in here, so we'll see what happens. If the Bulls gave away the 16th pick, this was a perfect Garpax move, and it was.
Mm-hmm.
And the pick is in. People are saying Josh Jackson. He did. Well, at least I saw it on Twitter. It's pretty much confirmed, and it was just confirmed on ESPN that it was the 16th pick. So I think it was way, way too much for the...
Jimmy Butler's contract just alone means you shouldn't have to go up a pick.
And think of what was the rumors last year, like the 3rd straight up for Boston last year. I mean, like, there was a lot on the table for Jimmy Butler, and if this is the best trade that they can get, that's brutal.
Mm.
We'll definitely go into more depth on this on the fast break for sure, because there's no way we're not going to talk about it. Chris Dawson's my favorite. We're going to skip over these for a second, because I think Silver just walked to the podium, just walked away too.
Yeah, I got confused.
I think they gave him a cutoff, because like, we're still talking on ESPN.
You know what the best part about this is?
What's that?
One man could spoil the entire draft. Like, I guarantee you, Woj knows every pick.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
It depends on trades.
Outside of the
you
trades,
can't know
Woj knows
every single pick. It depends.
Here we go.
And Celtics. Is it going to be JT? Is it going to be Josh Jackson? People were saying in the comments that it was going to be JT. Jason Tatum. I can read lips.
Sick of that.
Jason Tatum, the small forward from Duke, is now a Boston Celtic. So the rise from where I had him, I think it was 6th for the Orlando Magic, up to 3rd. So the Celtics trading back, pretty much a trade of Fultz for Tatum now, and then you're also obviously adding future picks onto that as well. So how do you like the deal for the Celtics now once you see who they've picked, and then also how do you like the fit for Tatum for Boston?
I love these Boston fans. They're going nuts in there. I think the trade value is probably spot on. Like they didn't love Fultz. They didn't love Ball. So at this point, it was just like, you know what? Neither one of these guys really floored me. We can move back a little bit without worrying about it. Pick up some more value, pick up more picks. That's their game, man. They just keep stockpiling picks, and they're going to have, like, that's the thing. It's like, eventually, same thing as the Sixers. You have so many picks and so many players. Like, you have to give them playing time, and you already have a lot of good contracts. They're in a really good place, but in a bad situation.
And just a Woj bomb just happened. Here we go. Indiana and Boston are engaged in serious talks on a Paul George trade. League sources tell the Vertical. I don't know what the hell they're going to give up from. Maybe they draft JT and then trade him. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens. JT might not even be a fit for Boston. But again, I think...
We're talking about the playing time question. If you're going to go after Gordon Hayward, you have now like 6 small forwards on your team, pretty much. No. I know effectively they can be like, 4s and when you're playing small ball, or 2s if you really want to stretch them if they've got the quickness. So like wings are fantastic in today's NBA, but still it's a little concerning to see his development and how much playing time he'll get.
Suns are now on the clock. We got 5 minutes until this happens, so let's jump back to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kristaps is my favorite. I met him. Really don't want him to move or else. I'm hopping on the Sixers bandwagon. I think I might be hopping on the Sixers bandwagon too.
You know what's weird? I've never met a pro NBA player like in person to talk to him. Like watch games in person, but never actually got to talk to him.
Ben said, "Wait, Minnesota got the 16th. Minnesota did get the 16th. Should have traded Jimmy to Boston. Hey, maybe Boston wasn't offering enough. But then again, what is enough for Garpax? Now the draft gets interesting. It is very interesting now. Bulls need a big. Well, I don't think they're going to be drafting at 17 or 7. They definitely shouldn't be going after him. Bulls rebuild now. I guess. I mean, this seems
Yeah.
the biggest sign of rebuild, which I don't
Walking
want.
away from Jimmy Butler.
I don't want Garpax rebuilding this team. If I'm a Bulls fan.
That's the shitty thing. It's like, if they're rebuilding, it's almost like they're allowed to lose games without punishment. That's my concern. Like, you can't fire him this year because, like, we're rebuilding. We're getting younger. We're going to go get ourselves a good draft pick next year. And like, I don't want to deal with you for another year.
Derrick Rose is becoming one of my favorite guys. Okay, guys, we won't be relevant for 3 more years on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fuck Garpax. There we go.
Thank you.
Isaac to the Bulls, that could be interesting. If he's around,
I think he's going to be gone, but it could be. Could be.
I don't know. Well, Bulls draft Monk. I think it's either going to be Isaac or Monk if they're both available. Why would they go for
Monk? They just picked up... who's the shooting
Levine.
guard? Levine, yeah. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. And you're
Ricky's saying he could be a point guard.
Nah, Christ.
Both.
Bless his heart.
Both of them.
Bless his
both
heart.
Levine and
I know.
Point guards.
He's got so much shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It is Garpax, though.
It is. We could.
So they could draft.
Wayne Wade.
They can literally pick up 3 guards.
Yeah.
Because they can be the guy that's like, well, you're trading 3 for 1. Any 3 for 1 trade's bad. So the Bulls could be thinking that way. We just traded 1 guard for 3 guards. We're moving out.
So bad. You know? I miss Jimmy already.
Isaac or Jackson to Phoenix. I think Jackson makes the clear sense.
Jackson. I love this Phoenix team. I love them getting more defensive because they were turnstile this season. Seriously.
Cat went into my mom's salon with his dad and girlfriend this one time. That's kind of fun.
That's kind of cool.
Did you see him get his haircut?
I would say, like, did you see him? Did you talk to him? You ask him any stupid questions?
Yeah. Again, this is crazy about the whole Paul George to Boston. I think it's interesting to see what will happen. I think this is the one downside of not having free agency before the draft because, again, maybe they're not sold on Gordon Hayward coming in.
That comment right there.
What is wrong with Chicago and team management?
We don't have the time to go into detail. It's been a poorly run franchise for years. Years.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, I'm sure Ricky would love to get in on a just pure discussion about the Bulls management. Sometime in the future, we'll hit you up.
Brandon Swanson just texted us, are you guys filming from inside your cabana in Hawaii? No, it is draft night. So we're wearing our draft shirts. It's draft shirts. Wait for the Fast Break podcast. We'll be wearing them too. Woo, we got Jimmy G. Heyman, you should be cheering. Both the Bulls and the Bears. Bears is a different story because the, what's it called?
McAllister?
McCaskies. McCaskies.
I went to school with McCaskey.
You did?
I did. I think it's their great-granddaughter or something. Like, school district with me. Yeah.
Now swing that 16th pick and somebody else for Pat Bev. Why would you want Pat Bev? You just got a point guard.
Who? No, they didn't.
Timberwolves.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Hell yeah. That'd be awesome.
Pick up a defensive point guard, so you have Jimmy Butler, who's a great defender.
Do Rubio, and the 16th for Pat Bev.
I don't know. I think they need depth. They need depth.
That's true.
They need depth at point guard. So I think Pat Bev would be a perfect pickup for him.
That'd be fun.
I like that.
That'd be fun. Gar and Pax have some kind of fetish with players for ACL injuries.
We're going for you, Jabari.
Oh, God. Jabari is coming. All right, let's see. We're getting caught up here on Twitter because we're falling behind, lacking a little bit. Shake my head, Bulls, shake my head. Bulls suck. They do suck. Been trying to tell you guys for so long on the Fast Break podcast, but nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to me, Dave. Ever.
Because we love to talk about the Bulls.
God. Yeah, you guys love talking about the Bulls.
You see we went on BTP just to talk Bulls?
That's true.
2 segments of Bulls.
Oh, God. Let's see. I'm on an island with how optimistic the Suns' future starting 5 is. Some dude, Booker, Josh Jackson, Chris, and Bender.
Some dude?
Some dude.
You could just put Kentucky player.
Kentucky player. Probably Ulis.
I love Ulis.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be a starter in this league, but I love him.
Yeah, so...
Sun selection is in. Josh Jackson.
Yep, Josh Jackson with that hair. There he goes. Josh Jackson is a Sun, which I think is a fantastic pick. Let's talk about that. Bledsoe, Booker, Jackson, Chris, and Bender. Oh, well... Yeah, Chris, let's throw Bender there at 5 right now. Chandler's there, Len's there too. Yeah. At least let's throw those 5 in right now because it's probably your future 5.
Yeah.
And maybe not even Bledsoe, but Bledsoe, Booker, Jackson, Chris, Bender. How's it sound?
Dude, I love it. Honestly, I love rebuilding teams, and you know me, like that's my thing. Like I love winners, and I love teams that are rebuilding from like the ground up. And Phoenix, you hit that middle ground of like the NBA purgatory of like not good enough to compete for a championship, not bad enough to get top picks. For about 4 years in a row in like 2010, I want to say. Mm-hmm. And then that ended, and you guys started getting like the Devin Booker pick, which is fantastic, and everything else seems to be falling in place the right way. Like Marquise Chris and Bender are fantastic, like, young prospects. There's going to be a ton of potential there in the future. And Josh Jackson, like, I think the knock on him for the potential issue with his incident is overblown. But personally, like, yeah, it's not going to reach. I think that, honestly, like, from everything I've heard about his coach and everybody else in the org, like, he's a guy who, like, soaks up information. He really wants to win. He's super passionate. So, honestly, I think that this is, like, a perfect fit for them going forward. It's a lot of young talent, though. So expect a little frustration, probably not being able to close out, close games at the end. But, again, that's what you get. You get a young team, you get an exciting team who, so much potential. So much potential. Let's go back to the comments here. Who wins championship first, Jordan or the Bulls? I don't even want to talk about that. Is Fox still available? Fox is still available. He might not be pretty quick because the Kings are on the clock. I could see them picking up very quickly. Greetings from Argentina. Awesome.
Argentina?
We got an Argentinian fan.
Argentinian fan.
Wonderful. Fox is still there. Yeah, he's going second 5. Fox going to Kings confirmed. Haven't seen it yet on the Twitterverse, but I'll probably believe you because we kind of mocked that one early on.
Which one?
Fox to the Kings.
Yeah.
Like it was a 50-50 shot. Oh, no! Ah! Earthquake, boys. Earthquake.
There we go.
We can shift this way if we need to. Are we low on battery?
Yeah.
We'll shift. We're just going to turn and we're...
Alright, move over a little bit.
Yep, moving. I'm watching.
There we go.
Alright.
Oh, wait.
Duh. Probably need to plug in the laptop soon, but yeah. We got a longer cable for that. Hey. Sorry.
Go away, photos.
More technical difficulties.
Alright, there we go. No, this isn't technical difficulties. This is
power. So how mad do you think Dwight was when he was traded to his hometown? I don't know if he was that mad. I mean, he's been traded. He's been moved so many times.
4 times, huh?
4 times, yeah. From Lakers to Rockets.
Well,
to
Magic
Hawks.
to Lakers.
Magic, Lakers. Yeah.
Well, the Hawks he signed.
Yeah.
Hawks
but I'm saying, like, being on that many different teams in such a short time span, like, the
and
problem
it's kind of pathetic for a guy that was so good.
He was so
and now
but after he got injured, like, he never fully came back.
He's bad.
He's not bad.
You guys
He's a fucking 12-12 player.
But you guys were saying last year he was like 7th best center.
I still think he is.
I don't think that. I think
name 7 better centers, and I swear to God, if any of you
name them right now,
I swear to God, if any of you bring up DeAndre Jordan as a better center,
I would say DeAndre Jordan's a better center.
I vehemently disagree.
He's good.
He's good because of being on the same team as Chris Paul. If you take away Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan is not worth it.
All right.
Oh, we're staying over here.
Adjustments. There we go.
All
right, cool. Yeah, that's working out. There it goes!
Quit touching shit, Sean.
This is a mess again.
Just leave the shit alone.
Well, I wanted to...
We disconnected.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
We went offline.
No,
we're
we
back
didn't.
Now. We're back. It said we did.
I fucking see this, Dave, you dick.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a room tour. Room tour.
Room tour. Room tour. All right. There we go.
Oh, man.
That should work out a little bit.
I would say, just be very careful with the wire. This is some high quality.
This is not high quality. This is horrible.
We need to get a studio.
It's our first live stream. All right, we're working on it.
Well, it's our third. Because the
first
our
first.
Oh. 3 tonight.
Yes. All right. Let's see. All right, let's jump back in there. Fox to Kings confirmed that'd be. I think that's like a good fit. What do the Orlando Magic would do? What will the Orlando Magic do? Dennis Smith. I think that's easy.
Dennis Smith is a smart answer.
Lori to Orlando. I would fucking love it.
Oh my God.
Does Brooks stay in LA? I think it's interesting if they want to keep him, but I don't think it.
I think it's a 1-year move.
For sure.
Yeah.
What does the Bulls starting lineup look like? Chris Dunn? No,
Rondo.
Still
Rondo.
Rondo.
D. Wade.
Wade.
Zach LaVine. I mean, him or Zips there, so.
And then who?
Rolo. That's 5.
Yeah, and then Portis or Mirotic for 4.
Yeah, it depends. If Brooklyn offers Mirotic a max contract,
and then it depends who they actually pick.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen. Does anyone think Dennis Smith Jr. would have been a better pick than Fox?
I think for the Kings, I think Fox is a better fit.
I do too.
I think Smith has more potential, but I think Fox is a better fit. I like Fox a lot, and I think I would take Fox pretty much 99% of the time over Dennis Smith, and that's not a knock on Smith.
No.
I think it's more of a thing where he has less injury issues. Fox has shown he's been a leader, and Fox has shown he's stepped up. I like
and that quickness, too. That first step is just so fast. It gives you an advantage every time you're taking that first jab with the ball. I like it.
Do the Bulls take OG? God, no.
No.
If they take OG, this is going to be the worst trade in NBA history. Dwight is on his 4th team in 4 years. Yes, he is. Drummond is a better center. I would...
Questionable.
He doesn't play defense.
If you feed him on the ball...
What the fuck? This ain't the draft. No, it's not the draft.
Yeah, we're talking about the draft. This is our live... Oh!
And
that's the recap from the...
Jesus.
The screw job.
Oh, Stauskas, Carl Landry, and Thompson and the right to swap first-round picks. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a hell of a screw job by Hinkie. The Kings have selected...
No. We will get sued if we show it on the stream, so we're not doing that.
De'Aaron Fox. Yeah. Let's see if they got him a visor. Did they listen? There's our boy Cal.
There.
Of course Cal's there. It's graduation day for him.
It's good to see. It's good to see him there. That's it, Dave. Let's see. Internet's messing up a bit, but Fox, did they get him the visor? That's the biggest question.
Yeah. I mean, I love the fit. I think it's a perfect 1-2 with he and Buddy Hield.
And Scale.
Scale is
really,
fantastic.
really, the only weak spot there, I would say, is that small forward position.
Which they possibly have with Bogdan.
Or Malachi.
Or if they go...
Malik's going after him. That's awesome. That's awesome to see. I hope Malik...
Also, look at the height of the two.
I hope Malik Monk falls.
What? No.
I hope Malik Monk falls to the Kings.
No, they would not.
Imagine how fucking fun that would be.
They wouldn't do it. They just...
I'm just saying, imagine how fun it would be.
Fair enough.
Fox, Monk, Hield, Scale, and then fucking Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah. That's really awesome. I love Willie Cauley-Stein.
Alright, let's see. Dennis Smith Jr. looks like he's a lot Damian Lillard to me. I think he's going to be a huge start. He has a huge start potential. I
don't know if I see Dame, but I do believe his upside's crazy.
I see more Russ than Dame because I see...
He goes hard.
Yeah, he goes hard. That's pretty much the biggest thing. And the last stream is offline. I don't think it is. We will see if it goes offline. And we're back. Alright. Yeah, Wolves got the 16th too, so Bulls just have the 7th overall pick of the first round. We got fleeced. Isaac to Orlando confirmed.
Ooh.
That is a horrible trade. We'll just tweeting it out.
Woj tweets.
Let's see. If Wade goes away and Rondo, it's going to be Levine and the 7th pick as the leaders. That's scary that
I like Rondo.
Your leader is this. No, that your leader is the 7th.
Yeah,
pick
no, that part's not so great.
Here's a hot take. De'Aaron Fox will make 0 All-Star games. Thoughts?
That has potential. I love De'Aaron Fox. I just don't know if he... You know what? He's 19. I think he makes an All-Star game before he's done. I don't know if he'll be in the first 5 years of his career because look where he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Look who else is in that conference.
Yeah.
But I think he'll peak at an All-Star game before it finishes up.
One thing I want to bring up here, and we're seeing a lot of teams build at least a ton of big threes through this draft, and we're recapping it here. We got Markelle Fultz, Lonzo Ball, Jason Tatum, Josh Jackson, and De'Aaron Fox picked so far. Orlando Magic are on the clock with 3:40 left. Looking at this, we look at Philadelphia, Markelle Fultz, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. Unreal. You look at the Lakers, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and
Julius Randle,
to be named later.
Paul George.
Pretty much to be named later. Which free agent are they going to sign?
Yep.
Then you look at the Boston Celtics, again, the possibility of adding another guy.
Yep.
Of adding a Paul George, Gordon Hayward. You also look at Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Again, I think that's a lot of... I think it's convoluted.
And it's easy, too, when he comes over. I think he's...
I'm saying big three.
I know. I just, they're very high on him.
You mentioned Zizek.
They're very high on him.
Okay,
I'm just giving respect to the Celtics fans.
Again, we're talking about 3 players. I'm going to put the 2 guys they took at 3 overall, and then Paul George or Gordon Hayward over them.
Fine.
I think it's...
I got my hat.
I think it's convoluted there.
God, he looks like a little kid with that hat.
He does look like a little kid. Anyways, let's go back. Let's see. Bulls got finesse. Bulls did get finesse. Let's see. Alright, I can't... Alright, never mind. There's some weird crap going on in the chat. Anyways, going back to the big fives. Then you go to, what was the 4th overall pick would be the Suns. So you got Booker, Chris, and then Josh Jackson, which I think is very scary.
Yep.
And then you also look at the Kings now. De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, and then either to be named later with the 10th pick or Willie Cauley-Stein, depending on who you like. So out of that top 5, which team has the best chance outside of the Celtics? Which team has the best chance of making the playoffs this year?
I like the 76ers. I think that they're my dark horse for a playoff spot because the East is so weak. If they have any semblance of teamwork, I mean, I trust in Brett Brown. I think that if they stay healthy, they have a legit chance to go I think they could have 40 wins. Am I stupid for saying 37 to 40 wins for this 76ers team? That would give them a playoff spot in the East, right?
What's up?
37 to 40 wins.
Yeah,
playoff in the East.
I think so.
I mean, I think that's the most reasonable thing. I think the Suns are super exciting, high-scoring team. Love watching them. I just don't know if they're going to be able to close out a lot of close games. I like the Kings, but I think they're just another year away from. Yeah, they're another year away.
Yeah, Fox and Hield for days, coming from first name, last name, and I agree there.
I love it.
I think it's gonna be a fun pairing too. And you look at their bigs. I mean, you look at Scale, you look at Willie Cauley-Stein, you look at our boy Georgios Papagiannis. Even who's the other guy I'm forgetting? The 4. Because I said Cauley-Stein, I said Papagiannis, I said Scale. Who's the other guy?
You got the laptop.
I'm blanking on his name. I want to get it. Blanking on his name. Who's the other big in? Come on. Who's the other big on? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
Looks fun though. It looks fun that's gonna happen. All right. Let's get back to what should the Knicks do? Depends on who's available. Because you have to wait until the Bulls pick and the Orlando Magic pick. And apparently this pick's gonna be Morey, which people saying.
I thought it was Isaac.
No, people are saying Morey Markkinen.
What?
I think. Bulls don't have a scorer now. Levine's hopefully going to be their scorer. Sources say Chicago to pick Markkinen at 7.
No! Stop!
So a certain tall white dude is going to Chicago. Bulls should draft Dennis Smith Jr. Yeah, they should.
Yeah! Yes.
They should draft anybody.
It's the most Derrick Rose-like player in the draft. Let's do it.
My God. Bulls are targeting Lauri Markkinen.
I swear to God.
7th pick. That's horrible.
Chicago, what you doing to me?
What's up, man?
What are you doing to me?
How's it going, bud? Chris Dunn can score. Chris Dunn is not a scorer, though.
Did you watch Chris Dunn last year?
Chris Dunn is not a scorer. Magic.
We're hoping on the Zip God. Jonathan Isaac.
Jonathan Isaac.
That one's confirmed. Okay.
So Jonathan Isaac to the Orlando Magic. So available for the Bulls, Dave, before we get into Isaac.
Please.
Available for the Bulls, Dennis Smith Jr., Malik Monk.
Do it. I don't even care.
Frank Ntilikina, and we also got Lauri Markkinen. Who's the pick if you're drafting?
It should be Dennis Smith Jr.
I also like how Isaac's in fucking blue.
That's pretty perfect.
In Orlando blue.
Yeah.
Anyways, keep going.
I think Dennis Smith Jr. makes the most sense. You give a young guy the reins. The problem is they just picked up Chris Dunn. I don't think Chris Dunn is. He didn't look great in his first year. He's already 23.
Yeah, he's old.
24. I mean, that's the problem. You go get Dennis Smith Jr. and out of him, and you just let them play, and you see which one of them will take over as the 1 and the 2 as far as the depth chart is concerned. But I think I go for it. I think I want that point guard of the future decided. I don't want to walk in next year and be like, maybe Campaign, maybe Chris Dunn, just maybe Michael Carter-Williams. That's the worst statement in existence to have that feeling. Don't take Lauri Markkinen. Just please.
Lucas Campbell says hi. What's up, Lucas? How you doing? Zaza Thompson said Lonzo is the GOAT. Hasn't played a game yet. Joel Embiid taking shots at ball on Twitter already. I got to see that. Yeah. Can we look at the draft and not your hairy ass legs? Nope.
No.
Are you ready for LeVar Ball to end the NBA? I hope he kills it. Watch the front office draft Frank N. Hey, they need something. This is brutal. If the Bulls make a trade for Jimmy Butler,
what's weird is the Wolves are still on the clock.
No, they traded.
I know,
they just haven't updated it.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. ESPN hasn't updated it yet, so I wonder if it hasn't gone official. They'll pick on our behalf.
I think that's what they did last year.
Okay.
On ESPN, that's what they did.
I just didn't remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. New York to pick Frank at 8.
Yeah, I mean I see it. I don't know why Dennis Smith Jr. is falling then.
Watch Markkanen be good. Markkanen is not going to be bad.
I would say the problem is he's somewhere between like Ryan Anderson and someone better than Ryan Anderson.
His top is obviously the easiest comparisons are Dirk and Kristaps.
Right. But
you look at his lack of athleticism compared to those guys, he's not going to be able to beat those guys.
I would say Kristaps would outrun him all day. And defensively, Lauri's a liability. So, and we watched when they tried to force him to play bully ball inside. He looked so out of place, not comfortable at all. I swear to God, we're taking another stretch forward, and it's going to suck. And I'm going to be pissed about it again. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's good. But my expectations are very low at this point.
We got someone saying Lauri should go to the Bulls.
Well, they should quit talking.
Ivan says, I hope Dunn can become a either great player or creative player.
He could be. Again, I think that Chris Dunn was put in, he was over his head rookie year. Fine. Give him a chance. This will be a team with very low expectations now. And he'll be able to get a lot of playing time. So let him get comfortable in our system. Give him time. Let him breathe.
Man, these picks are coming in quick. So it looks like the Bulls are going to be getting Lauri Markkanen. And then it also looks like the Knicks are going to be taking Frank.
Okay.
So now you look at Dallas. Malik Monk and Dennis Smith Jr. are both available.
I think I go.
And that still leaves Malik Monk available for the Kings.
The dream team.
I'm just saying.
Okay, they're finally acknowledging on ESPN. It looks like
they acknowledged it already.
Oh, I don't care. I didn't notice that. Yeah, honestly, I think this is a weird situation because I really did not expect it to fall this way. I didn't expect the bigs to go early.
Yeah, I didn't expect the bigs to go early either.
I don't know what's going on, man. That is messed up. No, but Christ, I think that I have faith in Seth Curry going forward as a 2-guard. I think his 3-ball is so valuable.
Well, Wes is there.
No, as their backup 2-guard. I think that because it was him and Yogi where they this is our future, 1-2, mm-hmm. And I think that I would feel comfortable going Dennis Smith Jr. there. Absolutely, go for the 1-guard. Malik Monk could be good, but why roll the dice on Malik Monk when you have Seth Curry? That's my question. It might cost you a little bit more up front, but you have a known product versus Malik Monk who streaky, but also fighter. So I mean it's 50-50, but in my mind, I take the point guard. I get Dennis Smith Jr. and I'm thrilled as a Mavericks fan.
This is crazy. This is absolutely insane.
Timberwolves
will be selecting for the Bulls. Again, we're waiting 5 minutes before they announce that Lauri Markkanen will be the pick for the Chicago Bulls. We'll be talking about it on the fast break. I think the biggest stories that we will be talking about for sure.
Ricky might have to call in for that.
No. Jimmy Butler, going to be a Minnesota Timberwolves. We'll be talking about that trade probably to lead off the fast break when we do record it. I think the next one is yet to be seen because there's a ton of potential in all of these. I mean, you look at still Dallas is loaded with options there. Sacramento is still loaded. I think they might have the best draft out of all of these teams. You also look at obviously.
Think they go OG at 10?
I mean, they need a small forward. So
I think OG would be a great fit. Otherwise, you're going. Yeah, no, my money's on OG at 10 then. I could go Donovan Mitchell, but.
Here we go. David Aldridge, the dumbass that he is from TNT. Bulls have had a very strong night already. LaVine, Dunn, and Lauri Markkanen at 7. No! How is that a strong night?
Do you have any confidence in that winning you?
If you weren't getting rid of Jimmy Butler, that's a strong night.
Yeah.
But you are getting rid of Jimmy Butler. He's not going to be on your team. That's a brutal job right there. It's awful. And you're getting guys that are quick. At least that's one thing. You're getting guys that are quick for this offense. I mean, you're getting Rondo. You have Dunn, who's quick. You have LaVine, who's quick.
Could be quick coming out from the
Lauri's kind of quick.
No, he's not. He's the opposite of quick.
He's somewhat quick.
For
a guy who's 7 feet.
No, Porzingis puts him to shame.
I'm not saying compared to
Porzingis is a unicorn, but he's also 7'3".
I'm saying compared to Porzingis. He's not going to be
It's not Porzingis.
Glenn Davis jogging down the court.
Yes.
Ryan Anderson is kind of quick.
Oh,
I'm not saying he's speedy.
Really? We're having the Ryan Anderson's kind of quick discussion. Chat, please save me.
Let's go back to the check. Actually, first off, let's hear Adam Silver announce this one. Minnesota Timberwolves are selecting for the Chicago Bulls.
Lauri Markkanen.
And Lauri Markkanen is the pick. Lauri Markkanen is now a Chicago
You know
Bull.
what's shitty?
What's shitty?
How high was I on this guy when I first
You're
saw him?
super shy.
I fell in love with him like that. Like
Yeah.
he's got one of the best shooting strokes in college basketball, and again, 7-footer who can shoot a three. There's value there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like shading on to shit on him. It's just I really think there are guys who have much higher upside than him. Again, the lack of mobility laterally is going to hurt him, and the lack of quickness up and down the court could be a major concern. This does guarantee at least Mirotic is gone.
Yeah, that's what.
So thank God.
Yeah, Mirotic will probably be gone with this. I mean, it's really hard to see that he will be gone.
Maybe next year we can come back and get his point guard.
Is it my connection or are they offline? It's just our connection, so it's streaming.
It'll catch back up.
Let's see. Lonzo can suck my balls. All right, get it. Lonzo Ball. Don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Who would be the first, second, third option on the Wolves? Cat Butler. Butler. Cat Wiggins.
Yeah.
Cat Butler Wiggins.
Eh?
No,
Butler Cat
Wiggins.
Yeah.
I
think Butler instantly is the number one.
Do you really think Lonzo will have a target on his back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Wall got thrown under the bus. I don't know if you saw the interview, but it was a great interview from De'Aaron Fox on ESPN, and he was talking about how he got to talk to John Wall and get to know a lot of the stuff about the process of going in through the draft and initial meeting with teams and all that kind of stuff. And he sort of slipped it and was like, they're like, oh, so you mentioned Alonzo Ball, players will already upset about him going to go after him.
Woj bomb. Celtics have agreed. Oh, never mind.
Woo.
It's Woj vertical N8B, and Rich Eisen retweeted it. So that was the thing that freaked me out. But the fake tweet was the Celtics have agreed to trade Jason Tatum, Avery Bradley, and Jay Crowder to the Pacers for Paul George. So it was a fake tweet. I got excited. I saw Rich Eisen retweeted it. Damn it. All right, let's see. I'm not a huge fan of Frank, but fuck it. Let's get Frank make it so we get the duo of Franks. It'd be interesting. I mean, if they keep if they keep Kristaps and Melo, Frank could be. I mean, at least Frank and Kristaps could be a fun pair to watch.
Yeah.
And watch them develop at least. But that means Phil's got to go. Phil's got to go.
Phil's got to go.
I think that's the biggest story from the Knicks is that Phil's
People reporting his falling asleep during workouts.
Yeah, with top 15 prospect, which is ridiculous. People are saying he's too zen.
He's meditating.
Yeah, he's meditating. Marketing better be the next KP. You're going to be sorely disappointed if he's not.
Oh, I hope he is.
Do we prefer the NFL or NBA? Doesn't really matter.
50-50.
Yeah.
I love the NBA more right now because this is like Christmas week.
Yeah.
There's so much going on.
All right, let's see. This is crazy though. I thought that Woj tweet has me completely thrown off.
I was gonna say
because I thought it was happening. I thought Paul George just got traded, but he didn't. Fucking fake news.
Fake news.
It's the worst. It's the worst. All right. Oh, and then SI tweeted it too.
Why is everybody tweeting
SI retweeted it because they jumped on it. Up and apparently Marcus Aldridge just unfollowed the Spurs on Twitter. So it's happening. Oh man, can't wait for the 2019 Timberwolves Warriors Western Conference Finals from JA. You think that's gonna happen?
Probably. Could be.
Really?
Not really.
In 2 years.
No, not even a little.
Timberwolves in the finals.
Not even a little.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
No. They'll be in the playoffs. I mean, you'll be in the playoffs this year probably.
How long do you think until they actually get to the playoffs?
When's into the playoffs? So they'll be in the playoffs this year.
You think Timberwolves are gonna be a playoff team?
Yeah.
Really?
I think adding Jimmy Butler and potentially Derrick Rose. Yeah.
So why not in 2 years will they not be at least in the Western Conference Finals?
There's a team called the Warriors. And
They're
there's
playing
called
the Warriors in 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
That
That's
means
what I'm saying.
LMA is gonna be off that team. It's pretty much gonna be
mean-
Kawhi.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard's a fucking monster.
Okay, Kawhi versus Jimmy Butler, Cat, and Wiggins.
I have no logic behind this. I'm still leaning to Kawhi and Pop.
You're a fucking moron.
You can hate me all you want. They'll find it. They'll reload, man. It's fucking.
Oh yeah.
It's the
And
Spurs.
so Ben Simmons says he can't wait to dunk on Ball. And,
Nice.
and Joel said, "Please dunk on him so hard that his daddy runs out on the court to save him."
That's why I love the 76ers. Oh, the pick is in.
All right. Knicks are
Yeah,
selecting Frank. This guy's pumped. I'm surprised Knicks fans are pumped about this one.
Yeah, well, it's less of a surprise this year. I think the Porzingis one was just left field. Nobody knew. Except me, I called that shit. But no, Frank, we've at least gotten to talk to and look at a little bit more than Kristaps.
Yeah. I don't know. Frank's going to be an interesting project. I think he's not going to step in right away and succeed. I don't think anyone should expect him
the problem is
to step in and
succeed.
Like, yeah.
It's going to be a dumpster fire.
He's going to get killed.
The question is if Melo stays or if he goes, and then if Phil stays or goes. Like, a lot of that is dependent. So I think the biggest question here is who's going to be a supporting cast of the future? If Porzingis stays, then you've got something to work with. But that two does not make a team.
Yeah. Let's see. Knicks have been 90 and 171 for New York since Phil got there.
Yeah. Not the best.
If the Suns trade Jackson, I'm never watching the NBA again. I don't know where that's coming from. So update me on that one. Where's Rondo gonna go?
Rondo's staying.
Rondo's staying for right now.
You pay the man.
Is marketing good? I literally never heard of him. And why is no one picking Dennis Smith? I thought he was supposed to be a top 5 pick. Marketing is good. He has potential. He's a fantastic 3-point shooter.
He's a stretch forward.
But
there's value to be had there, man.
It's depending on how he develops. Stretch forwards, like you can see with Nico. If he's not going to be able to shoot efficiently,
he just gets abused on
pick
and roll.
Yeah, I mean he's not going to be a fantastic defender. He's not going to be that helpful in offensive sets outside of standing and shooting. And then if he can't shoot,
he's a net negative on the court.
Yeah, I mean if he can't shoot, it's going to be bad.
Well, the thing is, you have to have some faith in that. He has a great shooting motion.
He's silky smooth. Yeah. I don't think he's going to, but it depends on...
If he's cold on a night, he's a net negative. Unlike Klay Thompson, someone who can contribute at both ends of the court. Like, the value of him he's a lopsided offensive player.
Biggest surprise so far in terms of players getting drafted or falling, the fact that Malik Monk is going to be available for the Kings is unreal.
Yeah,
because apparently Dennis Smith is going to be going to Dallas.
Oh. Is that locked in?
Yeah, that's what we've heard from Shams, who works with Adrian.
Nice.
So that's unreal right there. So the fact that Malik Monk is a 10th pick is crazy to me.
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
Yeah, let's see.
I did not know he was going to fall.
I hope KD goes to the Sixers. I don't know where that's coming from.
I guess that moves back like Donovan Mitchell, though, and Kanad.
Let's see. Bulls need to fire Hoiberg. That's not the problem here. Hoiberg is not the problem. I feel really bad for Fred Hoiberg. I think he could be a fantastic assistant coach. Or a fantastic college coach. He's already proven that he was.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Frank's fault. Or not Frank. Fred's fault. What?
I hate this thing.
Hold on. So right now ESPN's got a percentage, hashtag all-star potential, and then 59% bust potential. Where are you coming up with this, Frank Francilla? This is ridiculous.
This is the same thing they did to D'Angelo Russell last year. Or 2 years ago.
This doesn't make any sense. So how does he have the best all-star potential compared to a Markelle Fultz, compared to Alonzo Ball? I mean, how is he has the highest bust potential for a projected lottery pick? Where are these coming
I don't know how they're making that up, because that makes no sense.
I think it's just the numbers. Where are you coming up with these numbers?
Yeah, 14% all-star potential.
And what's the bust potential?
Judging by the number of point guards in the NBA and the East, it looks like, come on.
He hasn't developed talent. That's the thing that Christian's saying, at least about Hoiberg, that he hasn't developed talent. Which
again, he's in a mixed place because on one half the ownership is forcing him to play for a playoff spot, and on the other hand, you can't use young guys if you're going for that playoff spot. So it's hard to make time for them. It's like what we saw the Celtics do with Jaylen Brown, where he got limited playing time, and then as the season went on, he was able to find his role a bit more due to injuries and other circumstances going on. So with the Bulls, it was more so unless we have Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade and Rondo on the court, we're not going to win a game. So that locks down 3 positions. We had the rotating, flaming dumpster at the 4, and we had Rolo at the 5. So we didn't really have a lot of time, and our second unit got abused over and over. So it's hard to develop talent when you can't mix them in with starters and get them quality minutes. That's all I'll defend Hoiberg on. It was a mixed message from the ownership.
Again, if you are just joining us, let's recap. Markelle Fultz is now a 76er. Lonzo Ball is a Los Angeles Laker. Jason Tatum is now a Boston Celtics. The Phoenix Suns drafted Josh Jackson. The Kings drafted De'Aaron Fox. The Orlando Magic drafted Jonathan Isaac. The Minnesota Timberwolves drafted Lauri Markkanen, who are now going to be trading Lauri Markkanen to the Bulls for Zach LaVine,
along with Zach
LaVine, Chris Dunn, and Lauri Markkanen for Jimmy Butler and the 16th overall pick, which again they got fucking.
I swear to God, if they get like Harry Giles on that pick, I'm gonna choke somebody. Sean, I might choke you.
No,
I'm sorry.
See,
but
the fact that they can build a starting five and that's with trading for Jimmy.
I know.
Butler.
I know.
They can draft a guy at 16 that can still be a fantastic power forward because you have a TJ Leaf, you have John Collins, you have a ton of players there that are available that can be fantastic.
The 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select
Dennis Smith Jr.
Dennis Smith Jr. Yep, there it is. It's official.
So I love that fit there for Dennis Smith Jr.
Yeah, no, I think it's great.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. You look at Dennis Smith paired with Nerlens, paired with Dirk, paired with Wesley Matthews, paired with
Harrison Barnes?
Seth
Curry?
Harrison Barnes.
The dude who actually...
See, we only mention Harrison Barnes in a negative aspect, so when you actually have to mention him in a positive aspect, it's surprising. You usually forget about
last year.
He did. No, that's the thing. I forgot about Harrison Barnes because he didn't suck.
All I remember
because everyone remembers him from bricking, and then the fact that you upgraded for KD.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget Harrison Barnes. Yeah, exactly.
I understand.
Not saying that Harrison had a bad year. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think he had a fantastic year. But again, it's just something where
I like this team.
It's easy to forget. I think Dallas is really good.
I would say out of all if we're looking at the top 10 teams in this draft, there's not a lot to dislike. My question mark purely goes at the Lakers, and they're riding all of their money on hopefully getting Paul George, and then followed by LeBron James. That's a lot to hope on. And they made a move, and I'll give them the cojones. They did it, but that's the only team I think. Them and Orlando are the only two teams that I'm not sure about in the future. Timberwolves look strong. The Kings, I love their young core. I love the Suns. The Celtics are loaded already, and then the Sixers I love. So really the only two teams is just the Lakers because they put it on the line to hopefully pick up two of the top 20 players in the NBA, and then Orlando just because we shit on Orlando.
Well, one thing I want to bring up, and this is what Danny Ainge said, was that he traded because the guy that he wanted at number 1, he got at number 3.
Yep.
So he wanted Jason Tatum over
Did he
Markelle
want
Fultz
Jason Tatum
over Lonzo Ball.
to trade him, or to allow him to trade
I
someone else?
think the fact that it hasn't happened yet, it's not going to happen. I don't see a trade happening this late or after the draft. I don't see it happening.
Okay.
I don't see it happening. Plus, I think there's time before you have to wait until once you.
Right.
And so I don't think that's going to actually happen. But looking at Dennis Smith, he looks good in blue. I'll tell you that.
Do you like the fish scale hats tonight?
No, I think they look terrible.
Yeah.
And I won't be buying one. But looking at this, I think Dallas, again, this is a young team coming out of the West.
A young team led by a 40-year-old.
Well, looking at after Dirk.
I know.
Past Dirk.
They've done a pretty good job reloading from a championship team just a couple years ago.
Yeah. It's crazy to still think that the Mavericks won a championship that long ago.
Yeah.
That was a team that looks completely different now. I'm pretty sure the only player, maybe 2 players are still on this team, JJ and Dirk. But even JJ left after that. So really the only guy still from that team that never left was Dirk, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, this Magic team's looking good. Or the Mavericks team. Yep. Magic aren't looking good.
Yeah,
the Mavericks are looking good. I think the Kings are going to look really nice after this pick.
Yeah, again,
depending on who it will be.
I won't be surprised at many of these teams being back in the lottery again next year, but I love the direction they're taking.
Whoa!
What?
Here we go.
What?
Sacramento trade the 10th pick for Portland's 15th and 20th. Portland will select Zach Collins at the 10th. Monk is falling. First off, love the trade.
Same here.
If that is true, fantastic trade for the Kings. Because
they're going to swoop OG if he's
OG's there. Justin
Harry.
Jackson's there. Harry's there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players there, and you're adding depth
Oh
to
my
this team.
God. Are we
Kings?
This is bizarre. Are the Kings good?
Are the Kings
at
good?
this? I thought the Kings never drafted well.
This is what I'm saying.
Traded awful.
We trashed
the
the Kings, at least I did, for
Papa John's.
For a good year on the Fast Break podcast. And it was all about not being able to draft
Or trade.
Or
They got fleeced every trade.
And they also thought that they were going to be able to go and get somebody in free agency.
Yeah, no.
They were never focused on drafting. They're always focusing out and not building. I don't know if Vlade Divac and Vivek Ranadive are fans of the Fast Break Podcast and they're listening to us, or if
I think we take credit for this,
or if common sense just hit them, because this is impressive what they're doing. I really
I'm getting the chills, man. This is just I'm weirded out, but I love it.
I really like what the Kings are doing. I think that's fantastic.
Sean, when we sell your fandom, it might be to the Kings, and you might be okay with it. But it's gonna be a Papa John's jersey.
That's fine. But I'm not gonna get a Papa Giannis on the back.
It'll be Papa John's.
Papa John's.
Yep.
And the number will be 69.
Nice.
Well, 13 can work. 13 is still my favorite number.
Damn, dude, chill. Fuck you, man. I'm freaking out.
It's a crazy day.
I'm getting a drink.
It's a crazy day.
I need something to drink.
It's an absolutely fun day. If you guys have any requests for fast break topics, let us know. We're for sure talking about Jimmy. The fact that Jimmy Butler is not going to be a bull anymore is crazy. We're definitely talking about that. I think I want to talk about the Kings, for sure. The Kings look fantastic.
I'm going to play so much Kings in 2K.
I honestly don't think we talk about Fultz and Ball. Because we kind of got that.
Yeah, we've killed that. Everybody knows.
I mean, there's nothing else really left to say about the Lakers or Philadelphia.
No. I mean, do we talk Lakers? We haven't talked the Lakers deal, right?
What?
We haven't talked about the Lakers' future since the
No,
trade.
we haven't talked about...
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about Lonzo and Brooke. Maybe, but it's interesting to see what will happen. 38 people are in here. Ooh, look at those likes to Dick's likes. 30-19. People think that this is us showing the NBA draft. Sorry to tell you that we're not. Because we're not trying to get sued, people. Just saying that, throwing that out there. Kings, 27 seconds left on the clock, but you guys were saying that Sacramento has traded the 10th pick for Portland's 15th and the 30th, and Portland's moving up to get Zach Collins, which I think is a fantastic deal for actually both teams, because I like Zach Collins as a potential forward.
For Portland?
For Portland. I think that's a fun pick.
I do.
And there it is.
It's good.
Coming up on ESPN, Kings received the 15th and 20th, and the Blazers received the 10th overall pick, which I think is a good move here. Smart move for both teams. I think I agree with you, Bo Lamar. I think that is a good.
It's a good use of the Kings picks because again, 15-20 isn't like you can't use those to move up to like 6 or 7, but 10, and because the Kings already had one pick, that's a smart move. That's a good take. Honestly, though, it's just. Now I'm trying to think of the Portland Trail Blazers roster. You might need to bring that up for me.
Trailblazers roster?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like how Zach Collins fits in over there. I know they've got Nurkic. I know they've got Dame and CJ. Who's their 3 right now?
Alvin Crabbe.
Oh, okay, it's Crabbe playing the 3.
So you got Dame, CJ, Crabbe.
Oh, I've Turner too.
Yeah, Ev Turner was coming off their bench last year.
I know. I'm just trying to think of like. Yeah, it's not a bad fit.
And they still have a pick later. They still have the 26th,
right?
25th. They have a 20 pick, maybe 24. Blanking on how our mock draft is, but it's a mid-20s pick. So they could still go out and get someone small forward wise. Maybe they get a guy like I was gonna say Malcolm Brogdon. Too bad he's not in this draft. But a guy like that who is an older player, is a veteran, could step in right away and help. Because I look at this.
They could go after Semi.
They go after Semi. But I think at least for a small forward, they're not going after Semi.
I just like tossing them out there for everybody.
I think it's fun though with the Trailblazers have going on. I think it's fun what the Kings have going on.
I like the Kings. I mean, good move on the Trailblazers. Knock down a 4 who is, when he's on the court, very impactful. Mm-hmm. He needs to watch out for his fouls though. Like that got him in a lot of trouble. He ate a lot of bench time because of that. But he's got a knacker on the basket, both offensively and defensively. So I'm a fan.
Yeah. Someone said Terrence Ferguson for that one.
If Ferg's still on the board, yeah. This is a weird draft. Monk is still on the board.
Monk is still on the board.
He's going to Detroit, if nothing else.
Yeah, fuck, that's fun. I don't think he falls past 12.
Hornets, yeah.
They like Giles.
What?
Yeah.
Is that locked in yet? Or?
I don't think it's locked in yet.
Okay.
But let's see. Celtics really dropped the ball. They could have Butler. I think that's the topic when we talk about. Did the Celtics make a mistake
by not picking up
Butler?
Yeah.
I think that's the topic we at least talk about.
No, that's fair. And that's fair because, look, the deal we made, honestly, I don't know if I probably would have done the 1 and 2 contracts for Jimmy Butler. Yeah.
Frank just posted from Bobby Marks. Would think Sacramento would have to stash pick, but have 8 players on rookie contracts if they stayed intact. Let's see. I like the vacation shirts. It's NBA draft shirts.
NBA draft shirts.
NBA draft shirts.
I don't know about the stash though. I don't know how many people are left. Like so many Euros pulled out.
Yeah.
I don't know how many stash options are left.
Donovan Mitchell's still available too.
He's not a stash option though.
No, I'm saying for the Hornets.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Let's see. Kings took an L with this pick. Could have had Monk and Fox. I don't think it pairs well though. Looking back on it, because Buddy can't play the 4. Buddy can't play the 4. Or, I'm sorry. Buddy can't play the 3.
No, he can't.
So and you're getting depth, which is something the Kings need.
At this point,
Monk going to Charlotte. I don't know what the Hornets are going to do here. I think Monk would obviously best player available for sure. I don't think anyone's arguing that.
I can't believe he's there.
Monk's best player available.
Yep.
But I could see them going Harry Giles. I could see them going.
Giles has upside just purely because of what he was. I haven't seen anything out of him again, but you're saying he worked out really well for people.
Again, real quick, Divac was a good center. As a front office guy, not so much. I disagree here. I think that what they're doing... He got
fleeced in his first trade, and then going forward, he's been decent.
That DeMarcus Cousins trade looks pretty good now.
I was going to say, it weirdly looks okay.
Because now you're still getting picks. You're still adding players in the team. You got De'Aaron Fox that's going to help you.
Yeah.
You look at what they do with that 15th and 20 pick, I think that's going to really set them in there, but... Papagiannis hasn't looked bad. Scale hasn't looked bad. They got him at 28.
Scale steal the draft in my mind last year.
I really think this is
him and Brogdon.
I really think this is a good setup the Kings have so far. Who will have a better career, Monk or Fox?
I think Fox has the potential for a better career. I think Monk, best case scenario, he turns into like. I don't want to say JJ Redick.
I think Monk has the highest upside.
A little bit of heavy wins.
Monk has the highest upside, but I don't think it's going to happen. Hornets already have Kaminsky and Zeller. They don't take Giles. Oh, they just got Howard, too.
Yeah.
So they're going Donovan Mitchell or Monk.
Yeah, I'd say. I don't
know what the fuck.
Things could be wild. They could go Mitchell over Monk.
Yeah. Did Lonzo go to Lakers? Lonzo did go to Lakers.
Yup. Big Baller Brand is in LA. Staying for life.
Hornets already have Kaminsky, Zeller. I don't think they'll take Giles.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
I think they like Giles. I think it's better than Kaminsky and Zeller. I also don't know Zeller's current contract, but I think he just re-signed. But yeah, I think that they'll go away from it. I swear, if Charlotte doesn't pick Monk, he shouldn't be falling this far. He shouldn't be falling this far, but now that I think about it, well, actually no, because the Bulls fucked up.
Shooting guard has just been such a devalued position now. It's one of the weakest in the league. It is the weakest position in the league right now, and it honestly the value there is questionable because the best guys you can get are two-way players. Monk is not a two-way player every minute of the game. He'll give you some effort on defense, but he's not going to be a full, 40-minute two-way player. He's out there to absolutely start a fire and just knock down shots from everywhere out there. So, value, tons, but he's not a two-way player, so I can see why he's fallen. I don't know if, I'm waiting for some news to come out about him, though, why.
I don't think anything's happening.
Is just the two guards so devalued?
The one thing, though, you look at that lineup, Kemba Walker, Batum, Gilchrist, and
man with the worst shot in the NBA.
I just don't know what's going to happen. Because does Gilchrist move to the bench then? Or do you...
Monk's a good six-man. Actually, that's probably the best option is Monk's perfect fit as a six-man. He could be like a Hype Blue Williams.
Hype Blue Williams. That would be crazy. Monk to Charlotte confirmed, so I think that's a good
cool.
Good
so
idea.
then Detroit probably Donovan Mitchell.
Monk looking like Ben McLemore. I disagree there. Are the cops outside? The cops are not outside.
They drove by.
It's windy and raining here in Chicago because Jimmy Butler got traded and
the city's crying.
Will Larry Markin be the next Darko Milicic? No. Because Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony are not going
unless say who got picked after him?
Dennis Smith
and Frank.
I
mean, it could happen.
Confirmed Monk to Charlotte. Good. Lonzo perform under the pressure. I think he's dealt with it before. He's dealt with media pressure. I think the only way he won't perform under pressure is when he's actually being outclassed and outskilled.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to crack under pressure. I think he's got good composure.
I just don't think he might have the skill.
I want to see him one-on-one with some of the best guards in the NBA. Him versus Chris Paul. Him versus Kyrie Irving. Him versus Steph.
I thought of Ben Gordon with Monk.
That's actually not bad.
I like that. That's a good one. That's a good
Early
one.
Ben Gordon. And
That's a
he
good
stuck around, too, actually. Yeah.
Who?
Ben Gordon.
Ben Gordon was not second round.
No, stuck around.
Oh, stuck around.
Because of his good shooting, he was able to prolong his career a little bit longer than I expected.
I mean, according to ESPN, Frank has... Alright, shut up, Kyle, with the whole 14% star potential. That was the biggest bullshit I've seen. That's ridiculous. The fact that Markelle Fultz doesn't have the biggest star potential of the NBA draft.
That's a load.
Lonzo Ball doesn't. Any of these guys. Jason Tatum, Josh Jackson.
Lonzo Ball didn't have the highest bust, you know? Just because.
I don't know. I think, well, see, the thing is at least he has that passing ability where Frank, he's kind of a mystery.
Yeah.
So that I understand. I would say Laurie and Frank have probably higher bust potentials than Lonzo, at least. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, Monk is now a Hornet. I think it's a fun pick. At worst, it's going to be a six-man.
Yeah, I think that's a good fit.
I think, depending on how he grows, they could be a playoff team again. Because he sucks.
Maybe.
Bulls are falling out. We don't know what's going to happen with Detroit. Detroit's
Are
coming
you
up
telling
next.
me the Chris Dunn-led Chicago Bulls aren't going to the playoffs?
The Chris Dunn, Rajon Rondo, Zach LaVine, ACL tear, and Dwayne Wade won't go there?
The zip god can't carry?
God damn it. It's brutal.
Yeah. I like it, though. I like Charlotte's move there. Great value. I mean, they kind of fell ass backwards into it.
And Dwight Howard.
Dwight! What are you doing?
And they moved up in the second round, too.
Oh, they did?
They moved closer to the...
Yeah, because somehow they had to... Atlanta had to move Dwight and had to pay for it. In what world?
Oh,
his value just... I don't understand how bad that is. I get that, Christ.
Jeff Hornacek light to Detroit. I don't know who that is.
What?
Who's Jeff Hornacek light? Who's a white small forward who shoots threes? Is it TJ Leaf?
No.
Who's Jeff Hornacek light?
I'm genuinely curious.
Frank, you're gonna have to tell me who Frank Hornacek light is. Could the Bulls trade for Dennis Smith? No, they're not confident enough.
We could have picked him.
We could have picked him. You could have picked him. So why would they trade for him and not pick him?
Because that is the Garpax way. So we did Chris Dunn.
No, we didn't.
We could have had him last year.
That's right.
The trade was there.
Yeah.
God.
Oh man, that's brutal. Luke Kennard. Oh, okay.
Kennard.
Thank you. That makes sense.
They said Lou will.
That makes sense. Luke Kennard, I could see him being Jeff Hornacek.
Do you value?
But I think he's better than Hornacek because Hornacek didn't have any athleticism.
Yeah. Do you value Kennard over
Donovan
Mitchell?
Though? I was never high on Donovan Mitchell. I just saw him as a super athletic guy.
I like Kennard. I just think Mitchell's got a little bit more upside. A little bit more upside for sure.
Let's see. Luke to Pistons, Kennard. Luke Kennard to Pistons.
Kennard.
Cool. Thanks guys for helping us out. Again, if you guys are watching, thank you so much. If you haven't thrown a like, throw a like for us to help save that like to dislike ratio because right now we're at 33 to 20 because people are coming in thinking it's the NBA
Who knew?
live draft. Whoops. Anyways, it's fun though. Also, thanks guys for helping us reach 7K.
Oh,
That's
we hit
absolutely
it
awesome.
today.
We had it yesterday.
Oh, yeah, yes. Okay.
Ricky texted us.
Oh, that's true. Dude,
Dumbass.
it's all blended together.
Yeah.
I got lots of shit going on, Sean.
We're not talking about that here today.
Good. Raise his hand. Who wants? What the fuck?
Alright.
No, that.
Oh. Tennessee Vols track star Christian Coleman.
It's a great facial. Yeah.
Yeah, man, this is crazy. See, the weird thing here and about the NBA draft and why I'm kind of taken aback is just that this shit's been crazy.
I can't absorb it. It's just there.
The fact that we have to talk about this right after or tomorrow is going to be crazy.
Head scratcher.
It's going to be absolutely insane because, again, talking about the Bulls is going to be just taking a ton out of us.
Yeah,
because
I'm emotionally invested.
It's
not fair.
Ridiculous what happened with the Bulls.
Detroit, 37-45 last year. They did go backwards. They had really poor point guard play.
Well, and with
Drummond on the court was a negative.
And with Detroit too. I mean, I saw them as the third team in the East.
They should have. I mean, we watched them hit the playoffs. They got the 8th seed. They won against the Cavs. and they didn't win a game, but they looked competitive, and that gave us all a ton of hope. And then the next year, your point guard no-shows on you. Drummond can't be in games late because he's a liability, and you're pretty much left on the hopes of watching Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Tobias Harris do a lot of heavy carrying on that team. I don't know that I saw a ton of progression out of their younger guys either. So honestly, it's like I'm at a loss for why Detroit has really stepped back so far.
Malik Monk ruined Chad Ford's perfect mock draft.
Oh.
He had a lifelong dream of a perfect mock draft, ends at number 11. Had Monk at 11 this morning, but moved him around at 6 p.m. That's your fault, Chad Ford. Pistons select.
That's all right. He'll be perfect in about 2 weeks.
Pistons select, as you guys put it, Jeff Hornacek light, even though he's more athletic than Jeff Hornacek ever was in his career. I like that pick, though.
Yeah.
They needed three-point shooting. They couldn't shoot for shit because they had no floor spacing at all. He might be able to create some help, at least creating space.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, he's like McDermott.
But he's
already better than
ball handler.
Yeah, I say he actually can.
He won't be
He has a chance to create his own shot. No, actually, he's an underrated facilitator.
I don't think he
my
will,
mind.
but I'm saying NBA facilitator.
Yeah.
I'm saying at like a high level.
Maybe.
Dave.
Maybe.
I'm not saying he's with you. I'm saying like point
He'll
guard.
probably
Facilitating.
No, he'll probably average like 2.8 assists or something.
Anyways. If Nuggets trade back or select Donovan Mitchell, I'm watching the EuroLeague next season.
I don't know if they are. I think that. Oh my God, though. What do they do?
No, it doesn't make any sense for him. Because he's a shooting guard. You got Jamal Murray.
As a point guard.
Jamal Murray's a point guard.
He could be a point guard.
That's bad.
He's like a point guard.
I don't think that's going to happen. Wait, did you guys release the roast of Ricky yet? No!
He's hiding.
Go tweet at Ricky Widmer and tell him release his roast.
We've been waiting for him to do it, and he refuses.
It's ridiculous.
He thinks he's getting away with a fast one.
Who you see Kings taking
OG.
at 15 and 20. I'd love to see Justin Jackson there. What has come out, at least from Bobby Marks, who I think was a former help to Billy King with the Nets, he said pretty much too much rookie contracts. So you look at 20, they'll probably be getting a drafting stash. So look at one actual prospect that will come over. It depends on who's there. If OG's still there, I'd say they'll probably take him over Justin Jackson, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go with Justin Jackson because they need a small forward.
Yep.
Pistons are stuck with crippling depression.
I mean, it's not wrong.
It's a good one. I wish we could upvote comments. Who should the Kings pick with the 15th pick? We'll wait for that until...
If OG's on the board, take OG, but I don't think he makes past the Nuggets right now. Miami...
Nugget, and our buddy King Law and Kyle are both saying OG. Utah trades up for the Nuggets, though. Frank is helping us out here. So Utah is now trading up. I think they had 2 picks. They had 2 picks because they had the Warriors pick. And Utah has made a deal for Denver for the 13th pick to select Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, wow.
So we'll have to see what that trade actually is. 13th for Mitchell. I like the pick for Utah.
We'll see what the value is, though.
But at least that pick for Utah, you look at that team, especially with the possibility of George Hill leaving.
Yeah.
I like that move for him.
With George Hill leaving, Gordon Hayward leaving.
Well, Gordon Hayward's not for sure leaving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the possibility of him leaving,
Well, I think George Hill's gone.
For sure.
I'd give it like a 75% chance that he's gone.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, you look at him, man. Why would he come back? I don't think we could offer him that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think George Hill. I think a reunion with the Spurs is possible there. But also, I think that Utah and Donovan Mitchell is a nice fit because it adds you a little bit of grit, adds you some athleticism, adds you a couple speeds.
I think the Kings just walked ass backwards into OG though.
I think they did.
That is genius. What they could have taken. Now here's the question: you take it. I know you were saying draft and stash, but I mean,
whoa! Utah will send Trey Lyles on the 24th pick to Denver.
Interesting.
Trey Lyles.
Interesting.
That's
How high
crazy.
are you on Trey Lyles? To be honest.
I mean, Trey Lyles. You got to think about that. That's still a fall because you're packaging him and the 24th pick
to move up to 13.
I don't think he's terrible. I think he could be an okay starter to a good bench player for you. I mean, he's still young, playing behind Derek Favors and Rudy Gobert. He really didn't have too big of a chance to really get anything going.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw enough about him that I'm like, no, he's a legit starter down the road. I don't know if he is or not.
It's
I would lean against. I think he's a bench player, role player best.
Yeah.
So.
Also, apparently, Nikola Mirotic is still interested, was re-signing the Bulls, and the Bulls are still re-signing Mirotic.
Why, though?
Jesus Christ.
What if we just roll stretch fours?
7 miles and
Mike
24. That's ridiculous. EuroLeague. Kyle looks at EuroLeague. Trey Lyles is good, but I want an OG. He is a monster
I know,
of
right?
a physical specimen.
Specimen.
Guys, I'm late. Who was the first pick? Fultz.
Come on. It's Fultz. Do you think Leaf goes here at Miami?
I think Leaf should go here.
I love the pick. I'm on the pick.
Collins is gone.
Yeah.
Markkanen's gone. I think if you're looking for a stretch four with athleticism, I think he's probably your best pick right now.
Yeah, same here. What do you guys think? Do you think Leaf is Miami's solid choice?
And Nuggets select Donovan Mitchell out of Louisville, but they're trading his ass to Utah, which I think is a nice fit for Utah. I'm not too sold on it for Denver, adding Trey Lyles in the 24th pick.
Yeah.
Because there's value there, but is it enough? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Because you could have added OG, and OG would have filled a nice spot there.
I would have liked
for
it.
the Nuggets.
Personally.
But the thing with the Nuggets, you probably need a point guard because Moutier is looking like trash.
Yeah, he's hot garbage.
So I don't know. Who's that guy?
Called it.
That's John Collins. Him and John Collins are buddies.
Why not?
Anyways, let's see. Solid pickup for Denver. I don't know. Again, I'm not too sold on Trey Lyles going there because you look at Jokic, and he was a beast. And pairing him and Lyles, which you're definitely hoping for. You're hoping that Lyles is going to be a starter.
He's your future, yeah.
You look at Jokic and Lyles, is that enough to help him out?
You have no defense.
No. Jamal Murray can't play defense either.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that's...
Lyles isn't bad defensively.
Alright, he's not a known stopper.
Well, he can develop into one.
Yep.
He's not known for anything. He was playing behind Rudy Gobert, so he could really develop.
Fair enough.
We end up with Terrence Ferguson. Tim Connolly is getting demoted.
Oh.
It's talking about the Nuggets, I believe.
Yeah, I assume that's the Nuggets.
Because he wanted Mitchell. So
yeah. Ferguson wouldn't be bad. I don't mind.
I don't know. Mitchell looks good. His athleticism is unreal. And there's some shit that he did at Louisville which is just stupid.
Yo.
But I don't
straight up
see
carry a team.
him. But what?
Do you think he can straight up carry a team?
No.
No?
No.
I'm just asking.
He's not going to be able to carry Utah. You're not drafting him to carry your team.
Just ask him.
You're drafting to be like a Clay.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Dominator 4892 said 9/11 was an inside job. Jamal Murray played all last year with back injuries. I did not hear that.
No.
But he still looked decent. He didn't look bad.
No.
Again, he wasn't playing with a point guard.
Sure.
I wanted OG.
Me too.
I think OG would have been the best fit for the Nuggets for sure.
Yep. We
right.
have to wait and see.
Heater coming up. What position should they be looking at? Because you got Goran Dragic, you got your buddy, Deion Waiters, you got Whiteside, obviously.
Well, Waiters hasn't been officially signed again.
Okay.
He's
most
a
likely
free
Waiters. Most likely Waiters.
Yeah, he gonna get cash.
Small forward, you got Winston or Hayward.
Winslow.
Why did I say Winston? Winslow or Hayward.
There's that outside shot that he picked him up.
And then
you have
Whiteside. So
yeah, you have no fours, or all of your fours are from the D League.
Well, Josh McRoberts.
Yeah, you have no four.
Dominator 489 or 4892 said 76ers will win an NBA championship within the next 3 years.
It's a little hype even for me.
Not even happen.
I like them making a playoffs.
Oh, they'll make the playoffs.
I don't know about.
They might be able to make the finals.
I don't know about ship though.
They might be able to make the finals. In the next 3 years if LeBron goes to the West.
Yep.
But he's not winning. They're not winning it. Trey Lyles,
24 for Donovan Mitchell. I still think that's...
Really?
I think the Nuggets got fucked. This is crazy. Alright, let's get back to this. Alright. Alright, so hold on, real quick, I'm going to go on a rant. I'm in a group chat right now with some idiots, and I hope they're watching, and I don't think they are. But they're talking right now, and literally just talking out of their ass about the NBA draft. This guy just said, LMAO, I'm dying, there's an actual guy named OG in this draft. It's not even OG, it's short for something, just like straight OG. He also said that Dennis Smith Jr. is going to be the best player in the draft. So this guy is straight up YouTube comments.
I mean, Dennis Smith
And
Jr.'s
stupid
got like
YouTube
top
comments.
5% chance, you know?
Oh my god. Bam to the Heat confirmed.
Ooh.
What?
I could sort of.
Why?
I don't like it. I wanted to like it, I don't.
Why?
No.
You have Whiteside.
Mm-hmm.
And he's taller.
Get yourself somebody who can shoot the ball. There's no point in going for Bam right now.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
That's a bad pick, Pat. I mean...
We're gonna find out Bam has like a sweet 14-footer. Like out of nowhere. He wasn't
It's
allowed.
going to be Embiid shooting threes out of nowhere.
He wasn't allowed to shoot beyond 5 feet in college, but like secretly he's been working.
It's literally just going to be Embiid. Embiid's going to come out and he's going to... Bam's going to shoot 40 from 40.
Embiid needs to teach us school on how to shoot as a big. Like, he get paid for that.
Well, the thing is that he's so fucking big, it's easier for a guy to shoot when you're bigger.
Yeah.
Like, you have a higher chance, you don't need to put that much power, you have enough power already in your body because you're so damn big.
Yep.
You don't need to jump that much
No, that's right.
because you already have the same level. It's just none of you guys do it because they're so used to playing back to the basket. You can literally have a guy like KP or Laurie Marketing who just developed their shot. And
Yeah,
he's
before
done
that, the height, yeah.
And B did it in like a year.
Yeah,
he was
He
hurt.
had a 2-year break.
He was hurt and developed a three-pointer.
I mean, come on. Embiid's story, though, when he got drafted, he was like a twig, and then he shows up to the NBA this season looking like a fucking monster.
Oh, shit.
What?
So, which power forward should go to the Wolves? What Ben's asking. TJ Leaf's still there.
Oh, that...
John Collins is still
I
there.
hate the Wolves right now.
This team could be loaded.
No, I'm sorry. I hate the Timberwolves. That's what I meant to say. The Heat, if they take...
I hate
I'm
the
disappointed.
Wolves.
I
They're
hate,
loading up the Wolves.
I hate Garpax.
I might become a Wolves fan just because of this draft.
That's respectful. I mean, I'm like 50-50
Or
on leaving the
76ers.
Bulls.
I don't blame it. Justin Jackson to the Kings. Yeah, total leash for Bam. I agree. Greg's saying I can see the Bam stretch 4 project. Not gonna happen. The guy's too big. He's too big. He's athletic, but he's too big.
The shoulders don't allow him to do stretch 4.
It doesn't allow him to shoot.
He can't stretch 4 with shoulders that are out to my elbows.
Yeah, I don't see him as a shooter. But yeah, Justin Jackson of the Kings confirmed. So that's not a bad pick. The fact that OG's falling, though, is the biggest thing.
No one knows. Like I said, he was my biggest follower.
But now it's kind of like a Karis LeVert thing. But even with Karis I was super iffy on Karis. I'm not iffy on OG.
Yeah, you think OG's going
And,
to translate really well.
Karis went 22.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's falling this low,
I'm
shocking
honestly
to me.
surprised that with the 15, they're not going to go after one of these guys with stud
Minnesota,
potential.
you've talked about OG playing the 4. Minnesota, do they go OG for 4? Or does not
His
does not work?
offensive game is too similar to Wiggins. Like,
Okay.
I don't like the fit because of the spacing. They could though.
He's
it
good
doesn't stop
defensively.
them. Yeah, that's it. That's their biggest problem. They addressed with Jimmy Butler, and I like that pickup. I think that they add another key defensive player, but
I think they need a bigger guy than that, though. You know what I'm saying? I think they need a true
I like Leaf
4.
there.
Yeah, I think they need a true 4. Well, it depends on what.
They're just gonna
well,
swear.
no, yeah, the Kings. The
They're
Kings
just gonna
already
fuck
just
it. They're
drafted
gonna
Justin
swear.
Jackson, apparently.
Yeah, they want Justin Jackson. So now they're looking at maybe 20. They could go Giles or OG.
Kyle saying OG to the Nuggets at 24.
Not.
Let's go. Got the Justin Jackson pick. Yes, you did, Dan. Good job, buddy.
God,
Our Irish contingency out in full force.
yeah. I was gonna say it's now what, like 1 a.m.
Oh yeah. Dan, I hope you don't have work in the morning, bud.
He does. He said he
No,
has
that's a
7.
different one. That's a
Oh,
different one.
different one?
That's
Okay.
Kyle.
Got it.
Well, I think we call him. What do we call him? Kyle?
I don't remember.
Kyle.
You're gonna have to. I know we have several fans.
NBA is cool, but I miss football. I miss football too.
Yeah.
Dan says 2 a.m. That's crazy.
God.
From Woj, for now, Boston, Indiana talks on Paul George have stalled. Not shocking. I don't think they even got started up that much.
Silky smooth drive to the lane from Bam.
Oh, man. I mean, I like Bam.
Yeah.
I do like Bam. I don't like the fit.
Same here.
So,
I mean, I could be sold on his potential, but then again,
he learns how to shoot.
It's like if Whiteside doesn't go. Like, if Whiteside would need to go for Bam to develop. Why are they having a picture on this like weird, awkward kid for years right now?
I don't know. There's got to be a story there somewhere. Who is that?
Someone in the De'Aaron Fox family?
Got it. Oh, we're at the De'Aaron Fox table. That's why.
Yeah. And Bam.
Okay, that hat looks sick though.
No, it doesn't.
Really? You don't?
It looks like a guy, a woman in a bingo hall's hat. That's what it looks like.
It's a half bedazzled.
Yeah, it looks like a woman, like an old grandmother bedazzled bingo hat.
I cannot see him.
I don't know who designed those fucking hats. They look awful.
Oh, shit.
Could you imagine, like, looking back, like, the star, Markelle Fultz, the one, like, and this is just me talking on my ass right now, but, like, the greatest player of all time, Markelle Fultz. Let's see what hat he was wearing in the draft as this, like, bedazzled piece of crap.
I was going to say, watch out, the 76ers might steal this little bit of our video. Use that audio.
What could the Bulls do to make up for this trade? That's actually a great question. What they should do is walk into Gar Forman's office, John Paxson's office, and fire him.
Yeah. I think this is a great time to separate as we rebuild.
Yep.
Because otherwise you give them an excuse to lose and it's okay.
Bulls got screwed in that trade. Surely Boston offered better assets.
Did they really, though?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I'm waiting for the Danny Ainge tweet to come out and be like, well, they were asking for Jaylen Brown, the number 3, the next year's first, the year after's first, and the year after's first. And they're like, okay, Danny, sure we did. Sure we did.
I don't know. I don't think Boston was even biting, to be honest with you.
I think if Boston offered something comparable, it would have gone with Boston. Because Josh Jackson has so much more value than, no offense, Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and goddamn Markkanen.
That I can't wait to talk about that trade though, because that's absolutely ridiculous.
I want Ricky to call in. Like, this is a batshit lose your mind moment for him. Because I'm losing mine right now, and I'm just trying to contain it. God.
Paul George just tweeted.
Hello.
Oh, never mind.
Boston.
Never mind. That was
not Paul George.
That was Paul George.
Oh.
It was just from March
2011.
Okay. Wow, Boston tried to get me some. I hate those tweets. Alright, yeah. But for now, Boston, Indiana talks have stalled.
Cool.
Again, just wait. And wait till he goes to.
Oh, Mo Harkless. That's who you're thinking of.
No.
No? Wow. No, Mo.
No, I wasn't.
You're trying to think of their 4, right?
No, I didn't give a shit.
Who are you talking about?
Blazers 4. I was thinking about the Kings.
Oh. Which we still can't decide on.
Let's see. Connor said, "Hey you, what's up, bud?" Kyle Lynch said, "Danny loves Bradley too much." I like Bradley. I love Bradley.
Bradley's solid.
Daniel, do we do MVP as a full-time job? If so, I'm jealous and want to do something in future sports. We also want to do something in future in sports, but no, MVP is not our full-time job.
Not yet.
No, we
one day maybe with all of your help and support.
So the Blazers pick is in. Our buddy Frank, who's been updating us on the Woj tweets because we've been a little bit more focused on talking, said that it's going to be Justin Jackson. Not a terrible fit for the Kings. I think there was better options out there, but if you're not sold that OG will even be healthy.
He's a safe pick.
He is a safe pick.
I feel like it's a cop-out.
Yeah.
I would have thrown my pick at OG or Harry.
But then again, you look at Buddy Hield. Vivek Anunoby loves watching the draft.
Oh my god.
Watching the draft, seeing Justin Jackson.
Watching the
the tournament. The tournament. My bad.
Yeah, it's turning season, boys.
Yeah. Oh man.
15th overall. It's all the see, this would have been perfect.
No, these are just like
I know.
No, this is Kawhi was 15th again. So this is like the best steals, or no, this is the best out of lottery picks. So this is
15 is pretty pinnacle.
So pretty much what you're saying are the guys who were outside of the lottery who were like
and 15 was on there like 3 times.
Yeah. So 15 could be a huge pick.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little worried that it's our safe boy.
I don't think it's going to be Justin Jackson.
I hope not.
Because you look at Kawhi. Kawhi still had a lot of potential. Kawhi had a lot of growth.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Jackson doesn't have growth.
Justin
Jackson's pretty much.
He is what he is.
But that's what I'm saying. Kawhi wasn't.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying.
I forget who the other guy was.
Roll the dice.
Like Avery Bradley is just a fantastic.
He grew so much.
And he's also just a fantastic Swiss Army knife.
Yep. Justin Jackson. There it is. It's a shame.
Jonathan Washington Jr. They refused to get shy the number 3 or the next year's Nets pitch. Pick? Jesus Christ.
Pick?
Which I don't blame them because you look at
the Nets without Brook Lopez.
No, you look at the Celtics. You look at the Celtics, and I think it's really something that they're pretty sold that they're going to get Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
And I think that's something where they're like, well, I trade, the Nets pick. Why trade the 3rd pick if we can just get Gordon Hayward?
Because you could have a starting lineup of Isaiah Thomas, Jimmy Butler, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford. Insert blank here.
But then again, is that going to be enough to beat the Warriors?
Or something.
But is that going to be enough to beat the Warriors? No. You're building for the future.
Possibly.
No!
Gordon Hayward plus Jimmy Butler.
No
plus
fucking
Al
way.
Horford.
No fucking way.
Plus Isaiah Thomas.
I
think they get a win in a series.
All right. Who do you, well, let's talk about this because Chicago's going to be on the clock next as the Blazers just took Justin Jackson.
Timberwolves taken.
So who are the Timberwolves going to take? Again, we're looking at forwards, and there's a ton of forwards out there. The guy that we like is TJ Leaf.
Yeah, TJ Leaf gives them a ton more scoring, which this team has no problem scoring in the first place, but it's the spacing that really counts. Like it's not how you get the bucket. It's how you get the buckets, not that you have them. In my mind.
And I think it's going to give them a lot of versatility too.
When you have a 5 in Cat who can space the floor, when you have a 4 in TJ Leaf, when you have a 3 in Wiggins, when you have a 2 in Jimmy.
Only downside I see to drafting TJ Leaf is the lack of defensive prowess. Because he's kind of soft.
They already don't play defense.
And not kind of soft, he is soft. But then you also look at Tibbs, defensive coach. You get a guy like Jimmy Butler, one of the best two-way players in the league. You think that there might be a shift.
Better too.
What's up?
He makes the guys around him better too.
Yeah,
that's credit due to Jimmy.
Maybe they go with a John Collins. Maybe they go with a guy in maybe a Jared Allen. But
Jared Allen.
I don't think he's going to be a 4.
No. You'd move Cat to the 4 though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
maybe
Cat has no problem with
maybe a Harry Giles.
I want to roll. Give me the fucking dice. I want to roll the dice.
Maybe a Harry Giles.
I want an OG. I want a Harry Giles to go.
Let's see. All right.
I'm just gonna be pissed.
Who do we think the Bucks will pick? Again, I think it's dependent on it's dependent on who goes to the Timberwolves here. But you look at a 4, I think for Milwaukee, or 4 or 5. Yeah, I think the guards are set.
There's no guards available.
Yeah, I think
in my mind.
I think the 4 and the 5. So it really depends on who's there. I always had Bam there because Bam was a fantastic mock to them. I'm
just going raw talent and Ike.
Raw talent and Ike and Enigobogu. Dan's going to bed. Sleep tight, bud. We'll see you later.
Night, Dan.
Let's see.
Jimmy Butler was in Paris when he learned about the trade.
However, they still should have gotten more. Yeah, the Bulls should have gotten more from what they got. They shouldn't have been able. They shouldn't have to give up the 16th pick.
Yeah.
What point guards are left? We got Juwan Evans.
Monty Morris.
He's still out there.
And then we're going to seniors.
Yeah. So, Monty Morris was a senior too, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so Monty Morris was a senior as well.
Yeah,
so.
It's basically you have Juwan Evans and a bunch of old guys.
Ooh, hold on. Let's look at this. The Chicago Bulls.
Christ.
The Chicago Bulls
stop,
starting lineup right now is Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen, Nikola Mirotic, and cap space.
$29 million in cap space.
Minnesota selects Justin Patton. So fuck your defense. Let's go offense.
What?
Let's go raw talent.
Oh, that is interesting.
I don't like that pick. Do you think the Bucks will be an Eastern Conference contender? Yeah.
Define contender. I mean, are they going to beat the Cavs this year? No. Are they going to be a fun team to watch that are...
I think they'd be a 3. A 3 side. You know.
Giannis just exploded. I mean, it's hard to
He
gauge
should.
because that
He's
jump.
gonna get better.
Well, that's the thing is like he jumped so much from last season to this season. Like we watched that when he became the primary ball handler for the last stretch of games 2 years ago, and then this year with him in perfect match with Brogdon to help take pressure off of him. Like that is a team that's just fucking scary.
And also, where's how is
Don Maker, the 33-year-old veteran.
the 49-year-old veteran? How is Jabari gonna come back as well?
I feel bad for Jabbar. Maybe they go. I say maybe that's why you got to go with another explosive 4 or 3.
Yeah.
Like I could see them go. OG. We got a man with no knees. Let's take another guy without a knee.
And athleticism.
Yep.
And you look at the wingspan. OG might be the pick there from Milwaukee. I think that could be a dark horse. Because then maybe you just make Giannis guard power forwards. Because he can do it. He's a fantastic defender. Yeah. So maybe
the man's got arms like
you move
longer
him
than
over to
my
power
house.
forward. You put OG at your small forward. You leave Middleton at your 2.
Yeah.
You have Dele at your 1. You have Brogdon coming off the bench.
Yep.
Shit.
That's not bad.
Who the hell is DJ Wilson? What?
You just asked who DJ
DJ
Wilson.
Wilson with the Bucks are selecting DJ Wilson. What the
I'm
fuck?
just going off camera because I don't even know.
What?
I don't even know.
What?
Is that the? Okay. We all said they were reaching really hard when they went after Giannis.
What?
I'm sorry, Giannis. No, Giannis. But DJ Wilson, that's a stretch, man.
Out of Michigan, DJ Wilson.
Is that not a stretch?
That's a complete stretch.
I mean, unless you, but even it doesn't even matter if you're. Oh god, it doesn't even matter if you're not sold on OG's health. You look at every other position and every other forward.
DJ Wilson.
I mean, I would take Giles. I would take Collins. I would take fucking Allen. Allen's still there.
Jared Allen's still there. OG's still there. I mean, that's a reach right there. I don't think it's a terrible
Indiana getting OG.
a terrible stuff. I don't know. That's a reach there because he's older too. He was a sophomore. He was
sophomore, yeah.
But I didn't see the talent that OG had. So again, Justin Patton. Let's get back to him real quick. Justin Patton is a Minnesota Timberwolves now.
Yep.
He's got great moves. Him and Cat down low is going to be fucking dirty. I think we know that, but can he play defense is the question.
Can he play defense? And
no.
honestly, you have to remind me on this one. How quick is he in the low post? Like
He's quick.
Okay, so
He's got
can
good moves.
keep
He
up.
can stretch.
Okay.
Yeah. He's just soft.
Got it.
He's soft. He's not a big guy. He
definitely
looks like Malachi Richardson, but 15 feet taller. I mean, he's a good scorer. He's a good guy. He's great with the ball in his hands. I really like him. I would really like that pick if it's actually the Bulls picking him, but it's the Timberwolves. It sucks that he can't get the Timberwolves hat, and he's putting on a Bulls hat.
Yeah, that's bit of a tease.
But I think that really...
It's just if it's dazzled piece of shit, you're right.
I don't know. I don't like the DJ Wilson pick.
I'll
tell you that.
I mean, yeah, I think that's a reach.
OG's still available, Jared Allen's still available, John Collins still available, TJ Leaf's still available, and you go DJ Wilson. That's ridiculous for me. At least.
Ike still available.
I wasn't sold on Ike at all. So
Ike was
I'm glad
a reach, but
I'm glad I didn't go with him.
I like the fit. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
DJ Will, like...
I'll trust the Bucks.
Yeah, no,
Because they haven't made a bad picks, really. I mean, outside of Jabari getting injured, they have. I really haven't seen them recently make a bad
Jabari,
pick.
Giannis, Brogdon, and
Thon.
Thon. You're right.
I haven't seen them make a terrible pick.
I mean, it's just unfortunate that Greg Monroe decided to accept his option.
Greg wasn't bad in the playoffs, though.
No.
So if he
I
picks
just
it up,
felt
I
like
mean, hey. Someone killed OG and his body.
OG
the Nuggets.
worse than we expected.
Tom Connolly might be Jesus. Come on, Allen to the Spurs. If Jared Allen falls to 29,
oh my God.
That's insane.
No, we didn't. Yeah, I don't.
I'm a bounce WPNC, Ben.
Bye, Ben.
He was just waiting for the Minnesota pick.
Yeah,
We all knew it.
Fucking homers. How is this happening? DJ Wilson. I don't get it. Okay. So, post DJ Wilson, who do we got up after that? Indy?
What's up?
Indy's after, right?
Yeah.
So
Indy's after the
Indy
Bucks.
could take OG.
Indy could take OG. Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting to see what happens. Again, a lot of guys are falling. OG's falling. Jared Allen's falling. What do you think is more surprising, the fall of OG and Jared Allen, or the fall of Malik Monk?
Malik Monk for me. I think OG was always a known that like because there's so little about his knee and about his health and where he's at on his recovery, that there was always there's a risk he was going to fall. Malik Monk, I think there were some very questionable picks. I think Lauri Markkanen was valued way higher than I or anyone had expected by the Bulls, so did not see that happening. I mean, technically, Monk only dropped from 8 to 11.
Monk, yeah.
So I mean, it's not the worst drop we've seen. He's not like Aaron Rodgers in the locker or in the weight room, but.
And our boy Frank hitting us up. TJ Leaf going to the Pacers.
I like that
pick.
I like that.
I like that
It's
pick.
good match with them, or not Evan Turner. Miles.
Miles Turner and Paul George. I like that bottom
Yeah,
three.
and Paul George.
Well, Paul George for right now. I'm saying for a year.
Yeah. Okay.
Dipshit.
Okay, champ.
Yeah, because I'm thinking Paul George is staying long term with the Pacers.
That's how you develop a team. I'm talking about. Let's see, their two youngest players. That's Paul George.
Well,
God, he is short.
I don't know. Well, they're the same size. At least
Monk?
De'Aaron Fox and Monk. They're both
Monk's
6'4".
actually shorter.
They're both 6'4". Well, it's the hair.
Maybe.
Not maybe. You look at that hair.
I'm just saying.
Monk doesn't have any hair.
Yeah.
No OG. Woohoo. OG is going to be
So now we're down to Atlanta. The rebuild.
the rebuild. Man, I don't know what's going to
Replace
happen.
Dwight Howard with Harry Giles. You replace him with Jared Allen. You replace
I like that. I really
I
like
think
that.
you just plug in.
I think Jared Allen's a.
But I mean,
perfect
if they're
fit
not going to pay for
Atlanta.
Paul Millsap, are you concerned about the offense? I mean, you're just going to let. God.
Well, it'd be Tim
I
Hardaway
was
Jr.
going to say, like, Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to shoot up a ton. Kent Bazemore.
Blazemore.
And
And Schroeder.
yeah. Schroeder's not a great offensive guard.
I'm just saying those are your three.
I could see them being the weird team that picks up Derrick Rose.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's the reason why you're saying it.
They need scoring.
Which team do you think makes most sense for Derrick Rose?
Now I think the Timberwolves. I think you reunite Jimmy and Derrick because they got along so well in Chicago.
Oh,
I think that's the option. God, he does look like Dwight. But no, I think that, obviously the dream is if Derrick ends up on a team like the Spurs. Probably won't, though. The next best answer is if he wants his money, I mean, there's a chance that, like, the Timberwolves or, probably the Knicks will pay him back. I mean, honestly, at this point, it's not beyond me to think the Knicks will pay him.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. Yeah, I don't like the DJ Wilson pick.
What the fuck?
I think that's ridiculous. I think that's way too high for DJ Wilson. I think it's a complete reach, especially with that. Pat Hill asking, what if D Rose retired?
No, D Rose still loves basketball. In my heart, I still believe he loves basketball. He will play. One way or the other, he will eventually sign for like a tiny contract to be on a good team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's there yet. I don't think his ego's ready for it. I think he's still truly come on, you gotta admit, at the end of last year, before his injury, he was balling. Dude was having his best year since his injury. He looked good.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get a mixed value on this one. I think it'll be probably like a mid-range contract for like a 1 year prove it. And then he's going to walk away from that. If he excels, he'll get a good deal. If he doesn't, he's going to start taking, $8 million deals to be on good teams or $5 million deals, whatever the MLE is now. Or
Greg said, coming to the Spurs on a small contract.
I mean, there's a chance. I think that's his best option if they give it to him. I just don't know if, like you said, they could go after George Hill, which I didn't consider his return.
Raps are still shopping Jonas Valanciunas and 23. Market slow to develop as of now. I don't know what they're trying to do.
I was gonna say at this point, you moved from 23 to 19. I mean, that's not a.
That's ridiculous.
No. I don't think there's a lot of value out there for Valanciunas. He's not a bad player, but he's just not a great player.
I think DJ Wilson's surprising, and But Tom Crean apparently is
So many
talking out of
Wildcats.
his butt about him.
So many
on
Wildcats.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
Wildcats.
Cal is easily one of the best coaches in college. I mean, easily. I would say he's probably behind Coach K.
I loved his 30 for 30. Did you like
I
that?
did not watch it.
Oh, it's a shame. You should dedicate an hour.
I never have an hour. Editing for Ricky.
That's
The
right.
VidCon.
VidCon. I wonder how he's doing up there.
They've been at panels all day.
It's awesome.
If you guys want to check it out, go to our Snapchat at Most Valuable Pod.
I'll have to
Ricky's
check
taking
that
it
out.
over.
Has he done the Fireside Chat with Philly D?
No, I think Philly's starting on his Friday stuff.
Okay.
So,
Exciting.
yeah. We're at the 17th pick. Pick is in. It's DJ Wilson. Up next,
Shit don't make sense.
it's going to be Indy.
So, potentially already picked. That's the problem with this draft.
Well, it's TJ Lift. TJ
Leaf.
TJ Lift. TJ Leaf. And we don't know who Atlanta's taking yet. Atlanta selects John Collins.
Ah, okay.
Not bad.
I think Collins is a solid choice.
Yeah.
Again, with the move of
Here's one.
Dwight and possibly Millsap.
What has Chicago freaked out more? The Trubisky trade or the Butler trade?
Butler trade. Not even a question. Trubisky took me 3 minutes and I was over it.
And Trubisky, you're seeing a direction.
Yep.
And you have at least some faith in Ryan Pace. I think he's a fantastic GM. You look at the Bulls.
Yes.
You already don't trust Garpax.
Correct.
And you get a terrible return back.
Correct.
Where at least with the Bears,
This poor Milwaukee fan has no idea what he's rooting for.
at least with the Bears, you get some promise at least.
Yeah, no, I like.
The jury will still be out for a while.
Yeah, I don't care that we have to wait and see, but we get one of the best potential quarterbacks in the draft, and we have somewhere to start from going forward. Because, like, honestly, I wasn't a hater of Jay Cutler. Probably me and Mike Rankin were like the two people who didn't like just shit all over him. All right, we got 3. We're starting a fan club over here, but it was time to move on. It wasn't working one way or the other, so like, I'm happy we finally pulled the trigger and moved on finally.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with trading up for Trubisky. I get it. We probably got hosed, but like, I'm still happy we have a quarterback of the future.
Mm-hmm.
This just feels like I got dicked over.
I think
Like, we walked away from a top 15 player in the league for a guy who choked his rookie season, for a guy who's coming off of an injury, and for a 7-footer. Yeah, same. And not even like one that like, yeah, more people are coming back from it. It's sort of becoming normal. Kind of like Tommy John's was in MLB was like 10 years ago. Was like a death knell for people, and now it's like, yeah, I'm like 15. I've had like 3 Tommy John surgeries.
Yeah.
No big deal. And for Laurie fucking Markkinen. So yeah, I'm not a huge buyer on that one.
Yeah. Mark Wajelo said, "Who should the Lakers draft with the 27th to 28th pick?"
I was gonna say DJ Wilson.
Again, it depends on who's there.
Probably on
Josh Hart could make sense. I'd love to see Josh Hart in a Laker uniform. Backup Lonzo could be a nice change of pace.
They could.
And then
God,
you
what if he
always
out-
knock your boy Caleb Swanigan there.
I think Swanigan would be fun. But they've already got 2 good power forwards and Randall and Nance.
They
They've
got Brooke and Zubac.
Brooke and Zubac. Their 3 is their 3-4 Dang is there.
Ingram.
Still in that awful contract. Ingram, I guess I mean, like, at that point, they really could go any direction they want to. I like Swanigan as a value there, but honestly, it might be somebody who fell. I mean, the way this draft is going,
TJ Leaf might be there.
no, he's not.
It's a joke.
But
Harry Giles.
Harry could be there. Terry
If
Ferguson
OG
could be there.
if OG's
Juwan
still there.
Evans is there.
If OG's still there.
Hartenstein could be there. Actually, I like him going 20.
Hartenstein
Yeah.
To the Kings.
Yeah, because you're talking about their contracts. That actually, they could just let him stay over 1 more year, 2 more years. Bring him when ready.
Who's going off the board first, OG or Giles? Who's going to bite on potential and injury problems?
I like OG better than Giles.
But who's going to go first?
I know I don't want to answer that.
I agree that I like OG better than Giles.
You think OKC could take a run around him on OG?
Yes, I think OG makes sense to OKC. I think that at least Portland could make sense for Harry Giles.
When's Portland's next pick?
Oh wait,
Was it
no.
20...
24?
I say I don't remember. Is it 24 or 26? Something like that.
24, 26, something like that.
They're up there.
OG's probably not getting past the Nuggets.
Yeah, Nuggets are 24, right?
Yeah. Or no, Jazz are.
So confused.
It's been a while since we did draft.
Say everything's been traded. Trade all the picks.
That Jimmy Butler trade just fucking took so much
It
time.
took the night, man. Everything's out of whack.
Minnesota in the summer is the place to be. I'll vouch for it. Oh man.
Oh Christ.
There's literally a better chance of Yellowstone erupting as a supervolcano before 2011 or 2100 than the Bulls winning a title under Ryan Storm.
I don't know, man.
Can't wait to see Lonzo, Ingram, and Randall on the break. That'd be fun. Sources: Sacramento says Duke's Harry Giles is the 20th overall pick. Called it! Called he was going first. Suck it. That's a fun pick.
Yeah, I like it. Somebody finally got cojones.
I don't think it's
After
gonna
an
work.
player.
I don't think it's gonna work because you got again that mystery player.
He ain't playing for 2 years anyway. Who cares?
Giles?
Yeah.
Why would Giles play?
No, he hadn't played for 2 years. I'm sorry. Hadn't really played for 2 years.
He's
coming
played
off-
senior year.
Is it really? Yeah.
He played the senior
Year.
He
Okay,
played
so
the freshman year. Just wasn't playing enough.
Yeah. Well, he was injured still.
I don't know. I like the pick
The man's got no knees.
because that's a guy who was the number 1 overall high school player.
Yeah.
If
And
he's
he'd
able-
already had a surgery at that point.
If he's able to go. Ben said WP and I left and saw OG wasn't taking yet, so come back. What's up, Ben? You guys look like you should be drinking margaritas. Dave, you want to make one?
I do have margarita mix, and I got tequila.
Kings are gonna go for. Kings are going for Team Monstar from Space Jam.
Nice.
That's a good one. Papianis will be the blue one.
God.
Oh, the purple one.
Papians. I could actually...
I can see De'Aaron Fox being a monster.
De'Aaron Fox would be a great monster. Let's get some comparisons.
Comparisons to the actual Monstars team?
Yeah, like the picture. I'm trying to remember
Oh.
the actual the point guard for the
Monstars?
Monstars. Yeah, I can see.
I forget what NBA player is modeled after.
Muggsy Bogues, right?
Yeah, it was the red guy, right? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I can totally see De'Aaron Fox. NBA draft night has turned into a Space Jam comparison.
But is that bad that it's turning into Space Jam?
It's just crazy.
Pound was orange and he was Barkley. Bang was Ewing.
Yeah.
He was green. Buttkiss was Larry Johnson and he was purple. Blanket was Sean Bradley. That one was
Sean
easy.
Bradley.
And Knott was Muggsy Bogues.
God. Sean Bradley.
If OG goes to the Thunder and becomes a Nugget killer for his career, I'll be close. This should be fair. They should have monster comparison instead of player comparison on ESPN. They only have 5 though.
I know.
So that's the thing.
That's why it's an exclusive club.
Well, TJ Leaf's easy. He's Sean Bradley.
Yeah.
That one's the easiest one. Then you're just comparing, is the guy going to be Barkley or Ewing? Or is he going to be Larry Johnson or Muggsy Bogues? Pretty much every guard's going to be Muggsy.
I think De'Aaron Fox.
Every white kid's going to be Sean Bradley.
De'Aaron Fox is perfect for Muggsy Bogues. Come on.
Yeah, if Muggsy
He's got a
Bogues-
foot on him.
if Muggsy Bogues was a foot taller. Nuggets should trade up right now, in my opinion. If you want OG, I think you should. But I don't know if they're going to be sold on OG. And again, the injury thing is a big thing. We talked about that a lot when doing the mock drafts, was the fact that OG might not be fully healthy. We're not sure. He might not play for a year.
He probably won't come back until roughly the All-Star break is the estimate right now, because an injury of our assumption, that criticality, that's a year recovery. Solid year. So, best case scenario, we're seeing him right before the All-Star break. Might as well wait till after the All-Star break, just to be sure. Yeah. I honestly don't consider long-term... God, I just wish we knew what it was. If they had any public statements on OG,
you're saying
I would be more comfortable, and I would expect him gone. But because we have nothing, they kept everyone in the dark, and he refused to work out for teams, which understandably, if you only got one working leg, but
Well, Frank's putting out here, do you think OG will fall in the second round?
No, I think that someone would jump back into the first. I think the Lakers would take him.
I think the Lakers would take him too.
I
I think that's a good fit. I don't think he falls in the second round either.
Yeah, I think that there's way too much potential because of the contract control.
Frank said, if Dylan Brooks goes ahead of OG, I will lose my shit, which you should because Dylan Brooks is overrated. Kyle Lynch, I've heard recent reports that he will resume basketball activities in late October, early November. But that's like basketball activity. That's like running, jumping.
Yeah, that means you can
normal
play like
stuff.
a 3-on-3. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be an NBA player until after All-Star break.
Yeah, my money's All-Star break for his return.
Someone's fucking hyped in that crowd.
That guy's emptied out though.
Well, yeah, I mean, this stream emptied out because, I mean, what do you need now to know after the last 10 picks? We already know that our buddy from Wake Forest, John Collins, is going to the Atlanta Hawks, and here is the announcement. Again, Hawks trading Dwight Howard to the Hornets, which, again, I'm not 100% sold on.
Well, they're doing that, but they're also walking away from Paul Millsap. It's clearly a direction change for this organization.
John Collins is your guy leading it?
It's just crazy to think about the team that had 5 All-Stars 2 years ago is now complete dumpster rebuild mode. Wow, that kid's super hyped.
And Kyle Lynch saying, fuck my life because OKC is getting OG.
Oh!
Is it bad that I'm alright with the Butler trade, says Pat Hill?
Yeah, it's bad.
Jesus, Dave.
I'm a little angry.
Why should he not be alright with it? Is it the fact that he's gone or what he went for?
It's a little bit of both.
Why on both ends?
One, because we're a team that we literally just lost up in the playoffs against the number 1 seed East because Rajon Rondo got injured. With a lineup led by Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade, and Rajon Rondo, we could have knocked off the 1 seed in the East, which is just hilarious. So as a team, I feel like we could have, and I hate myself for saying this because I'm a big advocate of the rebuild. So for me, it's the value that bugs me. But on the flip side, it's like, yeah, we could have reloaded and gone again. We would be a playoff team again for the next 2 years without a question. But then we'd probably have to rebuild if we did not have any luck re-signing Jimmy. But Jimmy had been very positive about staying in Chicago. I mean, the organization doesn't care what he says, but he had been really positive about being a person in the city. So honestly, my money would have been on, like, we just lock in Jimmy long term and we quit doing this bullshit where we overpay for free agents. Honestly, like, it's one of those situations where it's like, if we didn't get locked down with that Dwayne Wade contract...
Blazers are the 26th pick.
26.
Keep going.
If we didn't have that Dwayne Wade contract, like, I feel like we would have been in a much better position. But still, I like Jimmy going forward. I think he's still, like, yeah, he's a little bit older. He developed later in his career than most people in the NBA, but amazing value. Amazing value.
I just feel really bad right now for Kyle Lynch because he's saying he's trying to find any way that OG's gonna be a Nugget.
Oh.
He's like, maybe OKC and the Nuggets are trading.
Let's say if not, Brooklyn is taking him, 100%.
No, OG's going to OKC.
Oh, it's already locked in.
That's what we're saying.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what's happening here.
I did not know that. I thought that was just a, like, fuck you, like, OKC's definitely.
No. Is it bad that I'm alright with the Butler trade? We already talked about that.
Yeah.
I mean, La is not happy that OG's gone. Will PG-13 get traded before the second round?
No.
I
think the talks are done for the night.
I think it's done until the season starts up. Yeah.
Yep, probably.
Let's see. Christian's back. Again, maybe OKC and Denver are making a trade. I don't know if that's going to be happening, Kyle. I just don't think
What's Denver's got to offer?
What's that?
What would Denver have to offer OKC?
Denver?
Yep.
More picks in those?
Meh.
I mean, I'm not really sure.
I would say OKC has 1 more year of Russell Westbrook under contract, right?
Yeah. OK needs to move Westbrook off the ball. Thoughts?
That's not a thing. Russell Westbrook says that's not a thing. We watched what happened when he had to share the ball with someone who was better than him.
And he went and ruined the NBA.
And yeah. So honestly, I think the best thing you can do with Russell Westbrook is provide him with spot-up shooters and guys who can work off of him. That's the best answer.
All right, let's see. Who do you think the Rockets will draft?
Ooh.
Because Rockets don't have a pick. Because
they traded Lou
well,
Williams.
at least in the second round. So what position should they be looking at? Are they going to be just looking for shooters? guys to fill spaces, or are you looking at a specific position?
If the rumors are true about them trying to move, who's the defensive point guard? Pat Bev. Then they go for another point guard. They could pick up someone like Josh Hart, someone like, and literally just Frank Mason maybe, if he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably another point guard is my answer. I like the team. I think they've got good depth. The problem is they didn't play their depth, so it got really out of control in the playoffs, and they looked really bad. Yeah, pretty much you just need to give Harden a little bit of extra help off that bench.
What Pat Hill said was, I'd rather the Bulls rebuild than be a first-and-out playoff team. Butler is great talent, but I feel he rubbed his teammates the wrong way.
I kind of want to agree with you. I think that Rondo breakdown of like Jimmy and Dwayne are over here and Rondo and everybody else on the team is on the other side of the room was a little bit scary to think about, like the locker room being that divided. So that's a fair point. And yeah, being a one and done sucks. So
yeah, I can feel Terrence Ferguson coming to play with his buddy Moutier. That'd be rough.
Really?
Well, I mean, Denver. I mean, it makes sense for Denver.
No, I guess.
I don't know. Terrence Ferguson doesn't really excite me as much as OG does.
Turd Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson. Some guy's just retweeting every Zach Collins vine from 2013. I don't know why he's doing it. It's brutal. Let's see. D-Wade buyout. Is that still a thing?
We can buy it out, yes.
How much? With Pitfall?
Probably. Damn near full. We could buy it out, or we could release him outright. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but is Ivan Robb in the draft? I forget. Yes, he is.
He is. He's good second rounder.
Shit. Let's see.
He's probably like he could probably come in the NBA and be like a 5-7 guy. He's an off the bench guy. That's it. He's a role player off the bench that will give you nothing great, just generic. Couple boards, couple points.
Do you want to know a somewhat pathetic stat?
Sure.
Justin Jackson's not the oldest player on the Kings roster.
What?
Because Ty Lawson's not signed, Derek Collison isn't signed, Matt Barnes is not on the team anymore.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So the oldest guy on their team
is the newest draft pick.
Is one of the newest draft picks.
That's awesome. I did not know that.
Fox and Giles. Oh, for that. Yeah, Fox and Giles is a nice team. I like that. And you look at the Kings, getting Fox, Justin Jackson, and Harry Giles, guys that were all looking at the lottery and people saying they're getting fucked, which is just wrong, because it's not true.
Yep.
Because that trade where you're just flipping.
I would have been happier if they had OG instead of Justin Jackson.
And that's just a fit thing, but again, we don't know about OG.
That's just rolling the dice.
We just don't know about OG.
The upside,
and
one thing
too, at least with Justin Jackson, and if it continues, he does look like a good shooter, where OG at least seemed a little bit limited in shooting. He's not a bad shooter, but he was a streaky shooter.
Right.
So, at least with Justin Jackson, he wasn't really that streakiness. He had some off nights.
Consistent.
So, right. I look at that, and I see the reason why you go Justin Jackson over OG, especially if the injury problems still consist. I think the player of OG is better than Justin Jackson.
Yep.
But
value in the NBA right now,
yeah.
3 and some D is better than mystery box. Yep, that's fair.
Although it did look like he returned to a facility in good shape. That's talking about Moody, I believe.
Okay, wow.
At one point, Ivan Rabb was a 14 to 20 player. I think he was like 11 last year. For me in my mock draft.
Yeah, he was early teens, and then he just kept falling because he's nothing special. His game did not improve in his year back in college like everyone expected it to. And that's again, we talked to Ricky about this. So remember, he was a big believer in go back to college and improve your stock. And I'm like, dude, if you have money on the table, you take the money. You don't walk away from free money. And that's who's your guy this year who did it? You're really big on him.
Miles Bridges.
Like, how did... It might actually be... And this is... I'm going to sound like an idiot, but like honestly, do you think Miles Bridges would have gone 15 or lower?
Hell no. He would have been top 10 pick.
Top 10 pick.
Oh, Bulls would have passed him.
Wow.
He would have gotten past the Bulls.
Wow.
Look... Oh, man. Miles Bridges should have came out. That guy would have made a fucking ton of money.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like...
I love him. I can't wait for Michigan State next year because that team is going to be unreal. Do we have an update who OKC picking? Is it true that it's going to be OG?
Ferguson to OKC.
Turd Ferguson.
So the
Brooklyn.
dream is still alive
Brooklyn.
that OG can go to the Denver Nuggets.
But he's going to Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn's up next.
Yeah, say there's not a chance he falls past Brooklyn.
Who's your MVP for the season? Because Christian isn't the award show on Monday.
It's been Westbrook. It's always been Westbrook for me.
Yeah, Westbrook.
I'm an advocate. Ricky believes Harden, but
No, Ricky believes LeBron James.
yeah, okay. I forgot about the discussion. Yeah.
If you had to pick a 3-on-3 Olympic team from top 15 picks, who would you pick? So what?
3-on-3, top 15 picks.
Fultz, Jackson.
Tatum.
No.
Yeah.
Fultz, Jackson, Fox.
You going?
Defense from Jackson, Monk, or defense from Fox and Jackson.
I'd go Fultz, Dennis Smith Jr. and Jackson.
You get a lot of because you don't need Fultz to handle the ball. He's a fantastic scorer. And De'Aaron and Josh Jackson.
What if you want like Monk, Kennard, and Fultz? It's like fuck, where's God shoot you?
Let's see. Hope the Lakers draft Ferguson, Josh Hart, or make Frank Mason. Kyle Lynch just said the Nuggets, and King Law just said yep. Woj hasn't announced the pick. Josh Hart is nice. Josh Hart is one of my favorite players in this draft. Jesus had OG going 11-16. So did we. I'm surprised he's falling this much.
I'm going 13.
It's Ferguson to OKC. Fultz,
Terry
Monk,
Ferguson.
and Ball. That's an awful 3-on-3 team.
Yeah, I know that is not good.
Just
at
get
all.
someone with size.
They
Fuck 'em
get
up.
bodied up.
There's no defense on that team outside of Fultz. But Fultz is your only.
Fultz is like 50-50.
If Fultz is your best defender, fuck.
Yeah.
That's a bad team.
That's why I was like, Jackson, it's almost the same.
Fultz, Monk, Dennis Smith Jr. going all in on offense. All right, you get a guy like if Fultz, Monk, and
If
Dennis
you're going
Smith
all
Jr.
in on offense, you go for Kennard, you go for Monk, and you go for Fultz.
You don't go Kennard.
Kennard. You just get
those
shooting
guys
one
wouldn't.
way.
Yeah, those guys wouldn't work together though.
They would shoot.
Fultz, Jackson, and Isaac.
That
Isaac's
could
a
work.
decent pick.
That could work.
Hate the award show is after season. I agree. Most
Yeah,
improved
they
team.
lost all hype.
All right, most improved team to this point. So which team?
It's hard not to say the Kings.
I would say Timberwolves.
Timberwolves, I mean, yeah, picking up
Even the
Jimmy
Sixers.
Butler and who's there? I totally Collins, right?
No, they took Patton.
Patton. I'm sorry, yeah, Patton and Butler's. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say right now most improved team would be Minnesota. Who's dropped off the most? Bulls.
Yeah.
I think that's
Bulls
easy.
we're guaranteeing ourselves a lotto pick though.
Ben Simmons is going to be a beast this year. I agree.
I think so.
Any rookies making the All-Star game? Alonzo, because fan voting.
Maybe Alonso because fanboy. I could see Joel. No, I'm sorry. I could see Ben Simmons, technically a rookie.
Oh, fucking with your cop out.
Red shirts.
That was the biggest bullshit
Red
thing in our,
shirts, baby.
fantasy draft. We were like, oh, can we take rookie? Well, I mean, can we take Kevin White because technically he's a rookie.
I know.
Good thing he sucked.
Yes, he did.
The fact that Frank Mason's above Josh Hart is brutal.
Frank
Jake
Mason,
Bills
Frank
doesn't know what he's
Jackson.
talking about.
Who'd you take, Mason or Jackson?
Jackson, he's younger.
Officially in.
Thunder take Terrence Ferguson.
Yep.
Forward out of the United States and also Australia. And there he is, Terrence Ferguson, the new Oklahoma City
Thunder.
Thunder. Thoughts on Ferguson and the Thunder?
Thunder down under.
Fuck you.
They already have one. Now they've got two guys who played in Australia.
Who's the other guy?
Really? He's got a mustache. He's sort
Oh.
of badass.
Well, he's from New Zealand.
I'm sorry. I'm gay. You're right.
Close enough.
Oh, there it is.
But thoughts on that?
No, I think it's a solid pick. Again, the question is, how does he fit off ball with the MVP of this year? I'll just say it. Russell Westbrook. I mean, that's the question. All this is right now is potential. He's a twig. He will get bodied in the NBA, but it's all on his agility, his quickness, and how well he can move off ball. If he can do that, I think it's a good pick. I don't really see any problems with this as Oklahoma City. You just spent a lot of money on... What do you want to say?
Keep going.
They just spent a lot of money on Victor Oladipo. So you get a little worried about that, but I think he's a solid choice. I think just shooting gives you All the money in the world.
And our buddy,
Buddy.
King Law.
It's Lasse.
Jared Allen to the Nets, which I fucking love.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic pick, and I totally forgot that he was on the board.
You let them.
I forgot he was on the board.
Brooke Lopez walks away. You bring in Jared Allen.
That's a fantastic pick.
Yep.
Jared Allen might be the biggest sleeper in this draft. The fact that he came and fell this far at 22.
Yeah, I mean, well, he was projected 16.
He was projected like lottery
19,
to
yep.
just outside the lottery. OG's still out there though.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say biggest.
Our chat's freaking
sleeper.
out.
I'm freaking out, man. What the fuck? Is he really gonna put all the way down to fucking the Nugs again?
Well, now it's Toronto. And I could see Toronto taking him. PJ Tucker going. I mean, really, they're pretty thin at the small forward position.
Do they have a backup point guard in case somebody mysteriously? No, he's not leaving.
Kyle Lowry.
Lowry ain't going nowhere.
I don't know. I think it would be interesting for Toronto.
They gotta pay Serge.
Hartenstein to Brooklyn equals Porzingis to New York. No.
No, I don't. No.
Kyrie just traded to OKC for Russell Westbrook and the 2019 first-round pick via Chris Broussard. First off, that is super fucking lopsided. If anything, the Cavs are giving up a pick for Russ. So that's just, you can tell that's fake.
Yep.
Obviously it's fake because Kyrie and Russ aren't getting traded. Yeah, man, this is crazy. This has been a fun draft.
This confusion is
I would
shit
say
though.
this is way better than last year's.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Okay, I called last year. Last year was a draft full of role players. There were no.
The fact that Henry Ellison
standouts,
went 11 or like 17 and was literally like we're just like not even talking about him is pathetic.
There were 3 standout players like early going into that draft. And then it's a bunch of role players, and everybody's trying to get hyped about it. I was like, nah.
The guy who looks the best coming out of it was in the second round.
Yo.
It's Malcolm Brogdon. I mean, obviously Simmons is looking fit.
Simmons will look amazing. Jalen Brown looked good, and Ingram looked passable for a rookie.
He's young and weak.
Yeah, pretty much.
If he had size,
But the man would be broken in half by a strong breeze. Brooklyn Brigade.
Let's go Nets. I'm rooting for the Nets. Fuck the Knicks. Let's go Nets.
Dude, I'm with you.
See, the thing
I love Karis LeVert, I love Jeremy Lin, and I like the
a Yee jersey.
Oh my god.
The thing though with all this is the whole thing with at least these young teams is there's a lot of teams with a lot of potential.
I'm excited, man.
And you look at Golden State.
Okay.
There's going to be
the
that
finals
blockage.
will be the same for the next,
And as long as NBA fans realize that there's going to be a bad stretch, you're going to come out clean.
But there's a lot to be excited about in the NBA. I think that looking at the picture of, well, the Warriors are locked for the finals, the Cavs are locked for the finals. It's not exciting. The year's boring. It's like, you gotta enjoy the storylines. You gotta enjoy the teams growing and playing for the future and watching these guys evolve over time.
First name, last name says Nets pick Frank Mason III, put D'Lo at shooting guard and Lin at the 6th.
No, they got Karis LeVert. Lin at the 2 guards, not that great either. Lin would be a 6.
If that's true, Allen is either going to the Raptors or Nuggets. I know they were high on him paired with Jokic. That's for
that would have been
if Allen isn't going to the Nets. We don't know who's going to the Nets. Greg Popovich traded to the Sacramento Kings for Seth Curry via Adam Schefter. Good trade.
Yeah.
No, it's D'Lo at point guard and Lin at the shooting guard. It's a little ass backwards, but yeah.
No, Lin will be coming off the bench.
You think so?
Lin's out there. Yeah, I would say
they look passable with him as point guard.
Dude, I thought they were good, and they won games. They were like a 500
They were literally as good as the Cavaliers in the stretch of like April.
I was gonna say, like, they had that stretch where Lin was healthy, and off the pick and roll, him and Brooke were amazing together. And Karis LeVert was a standout again. Well, there's another guy who was like hurt, but came in, stayed healthy, played clean, enjoyed it. So honestly,
It's been me. This has been long.
It feels like a long
last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Or last 5 picks.
Brooklyn is just taking their time, sweet fucking time over there.
I think what we should do is once OG hits, we should go record Fast Break.
Dude, I am. It's 9 o'clock. I'm white.
Frank Mason III, Semi, your boy's still available.
I like Semi.
Josh Hart still available.
He's going to be a Spur.
He's gonna be.
Yeah, Josh Hart to the Spurs confirmed. Got that one.
No reactions coming in yet. Stream is offline. I know it's getting annoying. Russell Westbrook and James Harden will never win a championship because they're selfish players. I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yep.
Just to recap you on this Bulls Timberwolves trade because
over
we don't need to see Adam Silver announcing the Nets pick. What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Alright, here we go.
He was waiting patiently. And it was the 22nd
Second pick, the Brooklyn Nets select. I didn't read that one. Oh. Jared Allen. There we go.
Yeah. Solid.
Lowry Markkanen is how he pronounced that. Lowry Markkanen. Markkanen. Jared Allen with the fro. He looks like an NBA.
Straight out of 70s.
Yeah.
Say.
Alright. So take off his fro, he looks like Andrew Wiggins. Put on the fro, he looks like Richard Pryor. But skinny, tall Richard Pryor.
Oh, man.
He looks like Wiggins. If Wiggins had a bad mustache, too. Someone get Jared Allen a razor.
Seriously, take away.
LeVar's laughing at his ass. Cause he's
he
like,
is.
look at this goofy guy.
He is.
Shave that mustache, boy.
Oh my god.
I like Jared Allen. too.
No,
Jared Allen's one hell of a player.
Good match.
The guy is a fantastic ball player. He can rebound. He's going to be able to be a fantastic defensive player. He's gritty. I really like him. I really, really like him.
You think anybody tries to jump up to get OG right now?
I don't know. I know Kyle Lynch will be pissed off.
I know.
He looks like Speedy Gonzalez.
Fuck.
It's a pretty good one.
No, fuck.
But I like Jared Allen. He's a guy that if he can develop a shot, at least a mid-range game, and not develop because he kind of has it. If he can at least hit it consistently,
Yep.
I think he can be a very
Decent
very
touch
good
on
player.
the rim.
Yeah,
Good
and
defender.
he's good down low.
And he's got
He's
speed for his height.
super athletic.
Yeah.
And he's not strong.
Not yet, but he
Well, at least the thing is he's strong, but he doesn't have like size on him.
Yeah.
So he can be a guy that can really grow.
He looks so old
He does.
with that fro and that
He needs to shave his
mustache.
stash. Let's see. The NBA is racist. Okay.
What?
I don't know. Pat Hill. If OG doesn't get drafted, I'm gonna laugh so hard. He's gonna get drafted. He just might not get drafted in the top 25, which is crazy to say.
Yep. I did not expect that coming into the year.
So looking at the Raptors, you got Hartenstein, you got OG, you got Juwan Evans, which I doubt they're gonna go with. You got who else is out there? Jackson Mason.
Well, let's get Jay Billis.
Semi,
And
Josh
Josh
Hart.
Hart, yeah.
Who do you think Toronto's going here?
I don't like any of these for Toronto. Okay. I mean, I won't say I don't like any of them. I just, for Toronto, you're right. They could go OG here. They won't because everybody's passing on them. So, I'm going to go with, goddamn.
I think they can go
It's
OG.
hard.
I think they might go OG. I hate to tell you that, Kyle, but I think they might go there. And we got a trade, apparently. Memphis gets 35th from Orlando. For what?
Cash.
Fuck.
Straight
OG
cash.
to Raptors.
Oh,
It's happening.
You called it.
And our boy OG to the Raptors.
I want to see this movie. Baby Driver. You guys all in?
Baby
on
Driver
that?
looks good.
Looks so good.
Looks good. Jacob Rude, a guy we follow on Twitter. The Toronto Raptors was like Indiana's OG Anunoby. And Jacob Rude said, "Cool, you're dead to me." I love that. Like, if Woj doesn't give you the news, fuck you, Woj.
God, the Raptors picked up OG.
Let's see. Yeah, I like that pick, though. I like that pick a lot for the Toronto Raptors.
It kind of solidifies future. Yeah.
Kyle asking if OG can walk on stage.
Nope. Did he say he was going to be there tonight?
Memphis has acquired the 35th pick from Orlando. League sources tell The Vertical, and then everyone's just like, for what?
I swear to God, it's good at cash. Orlando's going to fuck this up. You had 35, and there seems to be a couple of guys who are falling, which pushes everything else back. I think it's a bad move, Orlando, unless you get something worth it.
Steph Curry to Brooklyn Nets for a bag of Lay's chips and 2047 second-round pick via Jeff Goodman.
Nice.
I believe it. I don't think De'Aaron Fox will be a... Oh, I think De'Aaron Fox will be a bust. He can't shoot. He can't shoot, but he's ridiculously fast and play defense.
And he can distribute the ball fairly well.
Who are the Nuggets getting? With OG off the board.
Hartenstein.
Think you're going to draft and stash?
Yeah.
Isaiah Hartenstein is what Dave says. You really don't see any small forwards out there.
Semi.
He's a small forward.
He can play small forward.
He's not a small forward.
He can play small forward.
He's not a small forward.
He's listed by ESPN as a small forward.
I don't trust ESPN.
How about Draft Express?
I don't care. He's not a small forward. Dude's a power forward. Dude's Bam-esque.
No.
He's better than...
He's built, but that's because he's 22.
I don't know.
He's not 19 like the rest of these kids.
Another draft and stash.
See? Told you, it's easy. It's just a draft and stash.
No, that's what Kyle said. He said another draft and stash. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
I know.
7 picks left. It's been a long day.
Yeah, it has. That's why I'm like, this is going to take an hour to finish.
We said till OG goes off the board. OG's gone.
I mean, we could turn it off right now. But we've got so many followers right now.
We got 18 people watching us.
18 people.
One of us asking, is Seth Curry even good?
Yeah! He can shoot the 3-ball. He has value. Enough said. Enough said. He actually shot a higher percentage on Steph for part of the year. Which is kind of weird.
Did he really?
Yep. Steph was off to a really cold start. Remember?
Yeah, he was. He was bad. More than bad. He was rough.
He was bad for him.
He's
still going to go down as the greatest three-point shooter ever.
I'm not saying Steph's bad. It sucks. In the past 2 drafts have produced so many memes mocking Chicago teams.
Zach Collins for Justin Jackson, Harry Giles.
That's brutal.
Christ. You have to really love Justin.
You got to really love Zach Collins.
Zach Collins, yeah. So you have to really love Zach Collins. Because that is a lot to walk away from.
It is a lot to walk away from.
And the fact you could have OG and Harry, or a lot of other people, but still.
I just typed in on my computer to text OG.
Let's analyze this and watch him walk. Does he walk like a normal person?
All right, lean over. All right, he's leaning.
So he's got some flexibility in that knee.
Here's some walking.
He leans in carefully, though. It's gentle.
All right, that's a nice lean in. Hug your mama.
Yep.
Hug your
sister.
aunt. That's an aunt.
All right, we can go ahead.
All right. Nice shake.
Yep.
All right, now sprint to the stage.
All right, see, he's wobbling a little there. Those steps don't look too confident.
No, let's see how he gets on the stage. All right, he's walking up the stairs fine.
Actually, yeah, you know what? He might be able to walk.
There's a little bit of a gimp.
Yeah, I think it's a little limp still.
A little limp.
Great pick, though, for Toronto.
I think it's a great pick for Toronto.
Say, like, that is going to be awesome value. I can't wait to see him and DeRozan in the future, like, play together. Oh, that
It's
highlight. Just, do you see that dunk?
Oh, he's fucking fun.
He's amazing.
He's a fucking fun watch. He's not good anyways. Does not look that good. I think Phil Jackson's on drugs. He is. He's a stoner. Didn't you know that? He's the Zen master.
Sean.
He's the Zen master. Now we're really starting. We've got a positionless player that can dribble, pass, and shoot. That's a good thing. Jason Tatum's not a positionless player.
JT's a 3.5.
And they're saying that because they're going to get Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
All right. See you, Ben.
Night, Ben.
Night, Ben. 20 people watching us. Crazy.
Uh-oh. I should not have kicked that. It's going to fall over.
Just leave it.
It's falling.
Drop it.
Yep. I'm tired, man. How much do you want to record tonight? That's the question. Alright.
Alright, boys. And let's see. He's something special. That's what
Stan Van
said about our boy, the light, Jeff Hornacek.
Crazy. Straight crazy.
All right. Next up is the Utah Jazz.
Hartenstein.
Probably. Most likely.
Dash.
Well, it's not the Jazz. It's the Net.
It's the Nuggets.
Nuggets.
It's the Nuggets. You gotta remember that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why not? What do the Nuggets need right now? Actually, Hartenstein wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But they could probably use some help, assuming they're going to lose. Yeah.
What do you think Garpak's explanation of the draft will be and draft will be like?
What was the phrasing they used last year?
I don't remember. What was it?
Younger and more athletic?
Yeah. And then they went and fucking signed D-Wade.
Yeah. I think it just take the same statement, just copy paste.
I think it's going to be something where we believe Jimmy's a fantastic player and we're happy what he brought to us, but it's time to move on for a new direction. We're really excited with Fred leading our charge. We believe in Fred and we believe in the players we drafted. We think Isaiah can be a future star in this league, and we think Zach LaVine is already a future star in this league. And we're very high on Chris Dunn. We thought about taking him last year, and now we get him for Jimmy Butler. So we're rebuilding this team, but I don't think it's going to be a short rebuild, and I think fans shouldn't be that worried because I think our team is already loaded, and I think our team is ready to compete.
It's a good statement. You should be their PR man.
That's what I'm thinking they'll say.
Yep.
Studied accounting at Washington to manage his money.
Here's a quote from MLK tattooed on his stomach.
Facts about Markelle Fultz.
Loves
to ride bikes.
Huh.
And here's Markelle Fultz in the fish scale hat.
Yep.
He looks weird and blue.
He does a little bit. Actually, I feel like I don't like that blue for him, but trust the process, baby. The Sam Hinkie way has showed us. All right. I guess we can do that.
All right, boys. We will have to end this stream because it's time to go record the Fast Break podcast. Head over to Most Valuable Podcast. Most of you guys, 15 of you guys watching, are subscribed to our channel.
Yep.
If you are not subscribed to our channel, we're going to go do a reaction to the Jimmy Butler trade.
Because that's just
getting
bonkers.
that out to you soon. It should be fun. We'll at least be getting it out to you as soon as possible. It should be tonight. So we'll get that out and ready to go. For Dave Oster, I'm Sean Anderson. Follow Dave on Twitter at Dave_don't_tweet. We'll wait, Kyle, before that happens. Don't worry. We'll wait until the Nuggets make their pick. But follow Dave on Twitter at Dave_don't_tweet. Okay. Follow me at Schwarbo. Follow us on Twitter at MostValuablePod. Again, don't forget to subscribe and check it out. You guys absolutely rock. The 13 of you guys watching, 14 now. You guys absolutely rock. Pat, Kyle, Dominator, Frank for hitting us up. Frank was the true savior there, hitting us up with the Woj bombs as they were happening. Our buddy Ben, our two boys from Ireland, both
staying up to the wee hours in the morning.
Both Daniel and
Connor.
No, it's Caban. I'm terrible pronouncing Irish ones. It was a good live stream, you guys. You should do Q&A live streams. I think we planned on it before.
Yeah, we're gonna try to work them in. Once we get the whole setup down, I think it'll be easier.
And I also think one of the things too with that was mostly that's what the comment reaction was for.
Yeah. Comment section continued.
We're doing. And the Law, we got to give a shout out to our buddy the Law because I own a Nuggets hat because of the Law. The Nuggets sang Leiden to Denver. So thoughts on
I like Leiden.
You do like Leiden.
No, I do.
So do you think that's a good fit there?
It's a good backup plan.
I mean, you look at the trade now. So Trey Lyles and Leiden for what turned to be who did the trade away from there? It was the Nuggets. So and they picked
13th
up. 13th was.
It's coming up in about 10 seconds here.
Well, it was Trey Lyles, fucking.
And the 20.
Now Leiden for 13. And what was it? Who did the Jazz pick? Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell. Thank you, Kyle. So I think that's a pretty good trade. I think it's a good trade, and I think it's something that you just gotta wait for those guys to pan out. Again, 2 for 1 in this situation, and not too far apart.
I like Leiden. I like Mitchell more.
Mitchell has star potential.
Yeah,
for sure.
Leiden's a solid player though. Like, don't get me wrong, he quality player. Fit, I'll have to think about that. Like, that's one where I kind of want to see.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is going to wrap up the 2017 NBA live stream
final figure into
reaction.
Orlando. We're leaving before your pick.
We are leaving before Orlando's pick, so love you, Orlando, and our Magic fans. For Dave, I'm Sean. We're going to go record the Fast Break Podcast and the reaction to the Jimmy Butler trade. It should be fun. Thank you guys for joining us on this live stream.